having a mouthful of apple helps you talk.
Hi, Ben. I
apple a day
always try and get one of you to say something
doctor.
really fucking weird at the start of every one of these.
Wait. You think you need to prompt me to say something weird?
Well, no.
Curry's a kind of apple, right?
No. Not in any way. It might
curry
keep
an
the doctor
apple,
away, though, if they've got to smell your breath after a curry. Welcome in, everyone, to Nordmark. It is session 13 now, I think. I'm losing track. It's session 13. It's the third session of this particular adventure, the Queen of Nordmark, and the party are continuing their attempts to go home. They have 100 or 96 miles, I think, left on the journey. They managed 8 last session, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You cannot get 44 gold for this.
Damn it.
You have 44 platinum.
Hey.
No, you can't. That's 440
Adding
gold
it
pieces.
to my ledger right now.
No. All right, who wants inspiration who doesn't already have it?
do.
Go on, Bree.
Okay.
Go for it. What happened last time?
Okay, so last time we, well, obviously at the end of the session before last, we ran into the Queen of Nordmark. It was probably a lich or something, I don't know. Or maybe a ghost, alien, some fancy gubbins. Anyway, she just sort of disappeared very rudely and left us standing in just like open land where we thought there was a house. Very awkward. So, since we knew there was a werewolf about, we decided to shift into another hex. And our plan is to go around the hills/mountains and just head home via the plains. Maybe exposing a bit more of the map, but more importantly, having a bit of a quicker journey home.
Yeah.
But as it would happen, our first encounter was a troop of larpers. But like, because this is a fantasy world, they're not larping. They're actually hitting each other. So more like boxers, but they weren't boxing. They were using weapons, which is somehow still non-lethal per the rules. So we faced off in 3 thrilling rounds against various opponents. There was like, I forget there was a knight and his squires who kept parrying stuff. And then there was a company of, there was an all-female but one battalion of, workers co-op of fighters who really had really good formations. And then there was a bunch of bandits, including a very attractive orc who Hayes flirted with and gave away way too much information. I think a one-in has like fish living in their shell now.
An in-fish station.
Hey.
Imp continues to be imp. Everyone is mortified.
Hey.
And
Aegis is tactical now.
Like I said, Aegis kept getting parried.
Yeah, he hates
tactically.
Like a fucking casual. Yeah. And as someone pointed out on YouTube, actually it was Nolas pointed out on YouTube, hashtag Ben was robbed. You can't parry a ranged attack, so the
outrageous.
The thrown weapon
would have changed the whole fight. Would have changed the whole fight.
Yeah, it would have changed everything. I'm sorry, you were robbed. To make it up to you, I will forget that rule immediately and do it again in the future, I'm sure.
That guy was secretly a monk. Don't worry about it.
You're never going to throw anything ever again.
Position wise, it's still fairly early in the day. You've still got 10 travel tokens left. Before we get started though, let's get a marching order. So, you know, who's in the front, who's in the rear, who's scouting, who's foraging, that sort of thing.
I'll forage. We need water.
Okay, a 1 is foraging. Who's keeping their eye out?
None of us are particularly great on the wisdom, are we? Impulse.
I assume someone's got a better perception than +1.
No.
I mean, Owanin does, but Owanin's the ranger.
Yeah.
Owen's feeding us. So.
Yeah, I think the pattern that we'd settled on before was a 1 in doing the foraging, Hayes doing the scouting, and the other 2 just
That
bumbling
being
along.
said, we do still have all of our rations. They'll probably see us back if we want a 1 in to take point.
Bear in mind, you are about to go onto plains which don't have a river on, as far as you can see. So that will then, I mean, you can still forage, but it becomes a check instead of a guarantee.
Is that a survival check?
It would be a survival check, yeah.
Which I have a +7 on, but
So a 1 in is still likely to find you food, but it's not guaranteed. So you never know.
For what it's worth, I've got a +3 to survival, so I could still sort of roll for it.
So we have options.
Yeah, it's your choice. Make that choice now.
Yep, I guess we'll just stick to what we were doing before since we're still near a river.
Okay, that sounds good. So in that case,
river really just matter.
So as Hayes is going to be scouting, Hayes, you're going to be up front. Who's going to be in the rear guard, watching the behind of,
I'll take that.
of everything? Imp in the rear guard. I don't know what's coming at you. I literally have no idea because I'm going to be drawing it from cards. So we're going to find out. So that's why I want to have all that settled down and prepped. All right, move yourselves into your next hex. As you're going through forest, you're not crossing a river this time because you've already crossed it. It's going to cost you 6 tokens. So update your token amount as well. As you're
Any objections?
crashing through the
East?
forest.
No, east sounds good to me.
East is good. Let me reveal a bit more fog as well because you're getting through. It's hard to see very far while you're in pretty dense forest here. So I'm not going to reveal too much, but I think I'm not going to show past that because that's like looking through quite a dense forest. I don't think you could see further than 8 miles in a dense forest. Like there's a lot of line of sight obstruction at the moment.
8 miles is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, seeing 8 miles is pretty impressive. Some of this is going to be down to your general understanding of geography as well, and the fact that the map has no smaller range. Right, let me draw a card and we'll see what you get. I've just shuffled this, so I have literally no idea what you're going to get.
Swords
Okay,
again.
no, the Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Okay,
Sounds like we're getting boozed.
As you crash through the forest because you're not being particularly stealthy today, you stumble on an old camp. You can find tracks in the dirt between the trees. You find the burnt out remains of a fire. And there are a couple of depressions where clearly tents had previously been. In fact, actually, 2 tents are left there.
Can
Would I
do
be...
that thing from my stage where like Diego goes, still green, like 3 hours ago?
That would be a survival check. That would usually be checking for tracks. Yeah, you can have a look for that.
Would I recognise anything about the style of tent or something like that, just to give me an
Sure.
idea of who this canvas was?
Do you have tailor's tools? Proficiency, not the tools on you.
I don't think I do, no.
Okay, so instead it'll be a history check. It was if you had
Okay,
tailor's
I'm
tools, I'd
23.
give you advantage on it because that's a very specific, like,
Oh, yeah.
narrow application of knowledge.
Yeah. Well, luckily I'm good at this anyway, so...
I got a 23 on that
A
survival check.
23. Okay, so what you see, Awanin, is this camp was used about 2 days ago, and there are tracks all around on the ground. They're humanoid, boots specifically, and it seems like they very clearly have left in a hurry. You don't leave a tent behind, right?
True.
That was an
And
8 on the history check.
an 8 on the history check. You're not sure at all. It's a difficult thing to discern, really, because obviously traders are moving, cloth all over the place, and people travel all over, so it's hard to tell exactly. Anything from Imp and Aegis?
Aegis is just keeping an eye out.
Keeping an eye out.
I asked the rangers that's doing all the stuff they're good at if they see any hints of maybe they were chased out by some kind of animal, like say, I don't know, a humanoid-looking wolf.
Do
It's
I
a
know
great
that
question.
information?
With a 23, I think you can piece together most of it. All of the footsteps here are boots, so definitely this was a hurried packing attempt, but this wasn't no fighting has happened here. No chase has happened here.
Okay.
But whoever was here left in a hurry. Maybe they
cast Detect
saw
Magic.
something that scared them. You cast Detect Magic. Okay, so do you do that as a ritual? Yeah.
No.
No, you just do it. You just cast it. Okay. First of all, just give me a perception check, please.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay. You see shit all. So, Imp, you cast Detect Magic, and you do get something. You get a ping. It's up in the trees.
Huh. Can I see it?
You look up, and it's about 30 feet above you, up a tree, up over here. It'd probably be a pine tree of some kind. In the branches is an adventurous pack. Maybe someone put it up in a branch to stop bears getting at it or something like that, but they weren't able to get it before they left. There's a faint glow coming from that pack.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is, how is it like tied on? Is it just resting?
It's kind of just looped over the branch. But the branch is quite a long limb, so
Yeah. Okay. Somebody is gonna have to go up and get it then, because I'm not gonna. I was gonna try and knock it off, but if it's on the thing,
I've got a whip if that could be used to try and get it down.
what's the reach of a whip?
30-foot whip.
What is the reach for whip? It is a reach weapon.
If it just says reach, it'll be 10 feet.
Maybe a 1-in could shoot it down with an arrow.
I was thinking of throwing a dagger at it, but if it's hooked over a branch securely enough that it's not bowing or anything, then I don't think that's gonna have enough force to actually shift it. You'll just have a swinging dag. I do have a plan now. What I would like to do is take my pittance and my little hammer and hammer myself a 1 foothold at a time ladder, as it were, up the tree.
Okay, sure. I think that's it's going to take you some time. I'm going to say it's going to cost you travel tokens. I think it's going to cost you,
Unless somebody wants to actually try to climb the tree, because I'm not particularly good at that.
I mean, to be fair, we've got 4 tokens left, right? So we
Yep.
don't actually have enough to go to into another square anyway, right?
It's
Yeah.
true. We're spending the night in this camp.
It's true. They do roll over, so you are spending them still. But yeah,
True.
Yep.
Would it be
Still-
quicker to just chop down the tree? How big is this tree?
it's about it's probably about 2 foot thick. It's not a particularly large tree.
I can chop that down. I've got a hand axe.
You got a hand axe. You're gonna just whack at it. I'm gonna say that's gonna take about 2 hours. Oh, I know. No, tell you what. Give me a strength check, and we'll see how long.
Wait, before I go ahead with this, is everyone okay with me chopping down this tree?
There's no druids here. You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hayes doesn't know tattle, so she's not going to knock on you.
Imp's already setting fire to the tree.
I was tempted to say it.
It's only a 9 on the strength check.
Only a 9. Okay, so in that case, it's going to take a few hours. You're still able to do it. It's going to take a while. I'm going to say it's going to use the remaining 4 tokens.
I raised him. I see if I can get up the shrew with the pittance before he chops it down.
Can I try and assist cutting down the tree by just blasting it with lightning?
Oh god, we're gonna start a fire.
I don't think blasting it with lightning is going to help. If you had another hatchet or axe or something like that, you could assist. But I think blasting it
One
with
time
lightning
I
is...
leave my hand axe behind.
Oh,
One
wait.
time.
Can I speed this up by giving him a better weapon for it?
What you got?
What have you got?
Pick an axe. I can just make them. And
I mean,
I
fair.
hold out my hand, and out of it streams just kind of tendrils, almost like vines of silver, that loop around themselves into like a haft, and then at the head of this haft, blades just split out, like half moon blades just split out, and then as it solidifies, one half of each blade, but opposite each other, seems to just shatter, crack, and then just crumble to dust. And the hand, the handle where I'm holding it, has kind of a white, stony look to it rather than all silver.
Oh, I love this.
There's a battle axe now in my hand. Would that be better?
Imp, I'm so impressed with you that your first reaction was not just to burn down the forest. You had tremendous personal growth.
Okay, I'm going to count that as the help action. So, Aegis, you can roll again because you would have had advantage on the strength check.
That is a 12.
A 12's better. I'm going to say it's not going to take all 4 of your tokens to. I'm going to say it's going to take 2.
It's a magical axe if that counts for anything.
Yeah. And can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Alright, wow. I get a +5 to this, so come on. Alright, that's 15.
15, you're fine. No exhaustion for you. It doesn't actually matter because you would have been having a nap, a sleep anyway, and sleep resets 1 point of exhaustion. Oh no, because this isn't a long rest. No, it wouldn't. So you're good though. You're good. You're pretty good at working for a long time. You've raised 255 children. It's a little harder to get exhausted. Like building something on your own for like a month straight and doing it early, and that's exhausting. Cutting down a tree? Nah, easy.
I tell you, from the experience of raising 2 children, I am extra exhausted much easier.
We don't have the dwarven constitution. That's the problem.
This is D&D rules here.
Yeah, D&D is a fantasy in which you can get 8 hours of sleep. Right. Okay. So subtract 2 tokens, and the tree comes crashing down. Now, unfortunately, the things in those bags that were magical were 2 glass potions.
Oh, jeez.
So
Sorry,
because,
go to branches that soften it.
because it's crashed down, I'm going to roll a fortune roll, basically. 10 or higher, and they're intact.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it for each one.
Question. Can I
Yeah.
cast Featherfall on the tree?
No, because the tree's not a creature, and I believe Featherfall requires a creature.
That's a dread.
Let's just see. So they both smash. But if anyone wants to regain some hit points, you can probably suck some of the the potion
I would like to do that.
out of the bag, just like straining it out.
Yeah.
You know what? Hayes just literally basically pulls out what's like a little syringe and just tries to suck some of it up.
Oh yeah, sure. I like that. I like that. I'm going to say that allows you to save one of them. So you don't have to apply it immediately. You've got a syringe there that will apply a single potion of healing. But I like that. That was a nice idea. Yeah.
Sorry, who needs potions of healing anyway? And is that all that's in the bag? Nothing else?
Yeah, there were two potions of healing in there. There was also there's another set of commoner's cloves if you want any. There is a dagger. It is mundane. It is not magical, as Imp's detect magic will show. And there are also, because it's only been 2 days, there are 2 packs of rations in there, so 2 days worth of rations.
I'd take them both. It's the payment for the potions that you'll smash.
Excuse me, but I do believe you're helping.
Yes, but it wasn't my idea. I just made it happen faster so we could get it over with.
You just enabled the bad idea.
I did none of this.
You could have spoken up at any time, and you wish to blame us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Imp, you could have caught the bag.
Yeah, stand under the falling tree, Imp.
I'm not being hit by a tree for your shenanigans.
Get under the tree, Imp.
You want to go? A butt trumpet?
Get under the tree. Hayes is going to cast lightning. Anyway, nap time.
Nap time, yeah. So you've fallen asleep, and you start a new day. So you have 2 leftover tokens, and first of all, I'm assuming a normal pace again.
We've lost an imp.
Oh, we briefly lost an imp. Well, have a decision on your pace. It's it's not the most critical of choices.
Yeah.
Imp took a nap.
So wait, do we have enough tokens to move to a new hex, or do we have to camp?
You have to camp. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we need watch order and stuff, right?
Yes. Give me a watch order. I'll assume Imp will take whichever one you're not taking, basically.
As usual, Aegis will take the last one.
Last one. Okay.
Guess Hayes will take the first then.
Okay.
No one in can go second.
Nope. Nothing on the first watch. Nothing on the second watch. Nothing on the third watch. Let's see. Something gonna happen on Aegis? No, nothing. Wow. I rolled basically the same number 4 times as well. It was really weird. Wasn't a very good one though, so it's not something I can use in the future. Right. New dawn, new day, new life, etc. You're feeling good. Where to?
Well, northeast. I guess we start heading north properly now.
Yeah. The sooner we get to the plains, the better.
Yeah. Okay.
How many tokens do we get?
If you're going at a normal pace, so no stealth, 9.
It's up to 11. And how many is it to move into a forest square?
6.
Nice.
Okay, let me reveal a bit more of the old fog.
Let's see how much hill's left.
Fog on it.
I'll give you that as well.
Okay. Well, if we move north one more time onto the mountains, we'd get a better view of the area at least.
Yep. From a mechanical point of view, this is hills, actually. There is a separate mountains token. They're just not around this area. But just in case, you ever need to find one. Right, let's see what's in this one then. We have the 6 of Swords. And Imp's back!
Hello.
Hey.
It's alright, nothing happened.
A short rest or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So as you're rattling towards the hills, you hear a rattling alongside you. And after a little bit, you can start to see it in the distance. You're pretty well hidden by the trees, even though you're not approaching stealthily. You see a caravan, and they appear to be moving in roughly the same direction as you. They're keeping to sort of a natural path through the forest, whereas you're able to obviously take much smaller paths on foot. What would you like to do?
And my suggestion would be that the ranger, check them out from a distance.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Would I recognize anything about sort of the style of caravan?
It is a... roll me history, actually. Why am I giving you this for free? Roll me history.
You'll slip up eventually, DM.
I will. And a 1 in. If you would like to check it out closer, you can give me a perception check.
I rolled a 20, so that's 26.
Okay, 26. So this is very much a merchant caravan, or it's dressed as one at the very least. The sort of style is wide-based, large wheels, so clearly holding, like, for carrying heavy things. You know, not particularly built for speed, and just one of those that just trundles along. It's pulled by 2 oxen. And there's a group walking with him. You can't really see that well.
I got 22.
A 22. Okay, the group is looks to be mostly unarmed civilians, merchants, that sort of thing, walking along.
Do you want me to take a closer look to get an idea of trustworthiness, or do we want to just introduce ourselves?
Imp, thinking things through.
You're right. This is taking entirely too long. I'm now bored. I cast invisibility and I walk towards them.
Okay.
Let me just mark that off.
Okay. As you approach,
I am going to approach sneakily. So once I'm within like earshot, I
okay, roll me a stealth check. So you're gonna have to roll. You have to move quietly as well. That's the difficult thing. You're moving, trying to move through a forest quietly is quite hard because obviously there's a lot of twigs and the like that can crack underfoot, all the leaves and stones you might kick and that sort of thing. So that's what you've got to be careful for.
Okay, good news. 23.
23. Well, it wasn't a very high DC because they're literally moving a caravan. Those things aren't quiet either. So yeah, you're able to get, I think, as close as you want, really, with a 23. You could probably even get into the caravan if you wanted.
Can I, while Imp's doing this, can I cast Detect Magic as a ritual and take a gander at the caravan?
You would have to stop for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Which
You'd also need to be within 30 feet.
10 minutes away from you. And I believe it only lasts for 10 minutes. Or 1 minute. Something like that. 10 minutes.
I believe it's 10.
So by the time you've caught up with them, it would ping again.
Just run 10 minutes ahead of them.
I mean, you could do that and then cast it. That would be fine. And then it's coming online as they come around the corner.
Yeah. Well, can I do that?
Sure. Roll me athletics.
While Hayes is going for a run, do I ascertain the accuracy of them just being merchants, civilians, nothing special?
What are you looking for in order to do that? Are you looking for like weapons or?
Yeah, weapons, general demeanor. Do they look like rough and tough or
eavesdrop on some conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, give me if you're sort of eavesdropping, if you're having a look at them, give me insight.
Okay.
That's an 11 on athletics, by the way.
It's an 11. Okay, so you run up to a 1 in and you are out of breath and you stop and just like lean against them like.
I would also like to add I basically activated my armor and try to use that to enhance my running, but it apparently didn't help.
Well, you have only just gotten that thing active, so that's probably it. Like it's taking a bit. But yeah, you catch up to a 1 in still though. And obviously a 1 in you see Hayes arrive from quite some distance.
Straight 10 on that check, by the way.
Straight 10. Okay, I mean, as far as you can tell, it all seems above board.
Okay. Can I get in the caravan?
Sure. I'll warn you, I'll take a separate stealth check for that one, because that is a little bit extra hard. You don't have to do it now that I've told you that, because that's brand new information. But before you do that, I'm going to a 1 in Aegis. I want to know what you're up to.
Just strolling.
Just having a walk.
Yeah.
You haven't even noticed that the others have disappeared. Like, you're just like, it's the path, isn't it? It's a nice
The
day.
kids run off sometimes, you know.
It's quiet. I like
They
it.
do.
Yeah, it's great. You hear a howl in the distance. And Wanim, what are you up to? Well, I mean, obviously Hayes has just run up to you out of breath.
Do we hear the howl too? Or
Yeah, you all hear the howl.
ah,
Imp, if that's you.
Imp did vanish. Did we notice Imp vanishing or?
Yeah, I cast it in front of everyone.
Oh yeah, good point.
Are we entirely sure the an obnoxious one isn't a werewolf?
I mean, I did see Imp and the werewolf at the same time that first night, but after that, who can
Who
say?
knows?
I
Who knows?
think Imp went to the caravan. Can we tell which direction that howling was from?
The howling was not from the direction of the caravan. It was from the south of you, somewhere further in the forest, but generally in the south.
That would be concerning if it were to be thinking about it.
Luckily, Imp is not thinking. Right, let's get that stealth check.
24.
24, yeah, you're able to hop in as well. You're in the caravan. It seems to be full of... this one is full of bottles.
Are they 10 of them, and are they green?
No, they are green, but not 10 of them.
Question, how long do I have left on invisibility?
How long does invisibility last? That
An
was,
hour.
quite a long time.
So I've got a long time left, okay.
I think at most 10 minutes have passed, at most.
Quite familiar with healing potions at this point. Is that what they look like?
No, they do not look like healing potions.
But they look like potions.
They more look like bottles of ale and wine.
Okay. Given what I know about spellcasting, do I reckon I can cast detect magic without anybody hearing it?
What do you know about detect magic?
It has verbal and somatic components, and if somebody's normally within about 30 feet, they can typically hear me.
Yeah, there's
But
people
not
close
in the
enough to this cart that they definitely hear you casting
Okay.
that.
Last thing before I leave and go back to join everyone else, can I have a quick rummage? A quiet rummage?
It'd be an extra stealth check, but you can.
Then I do that.
Okay.
17. That's my lowest roll yet. For stealth.
Let me check the passive perception of the caravan guards.
Ooh, dear. Should be good.
Oh yeah, they're only like hired specifically to keep a lookout.
Yeah, it's only the one thing they do.
It's only literally the one thing they do. You are okay, but it's a lot closer than you, I think, suspected it would be.
This is the one thing Imp does aside from kill people.
That's true.
Yeah. Do I find anything?
You sure do find a lot of bottles.
Nothing like magical or useful.
Nothing magical. There is a chest. It is locked. It's about a foot deep and probably about 4 wide. It's almost the width of like the central part of the caravan.
Did any of the merchant people react to the wolf howl?
Yes. When the wolf howled, they all looked around in fear.
16. What's my... I would like to try to open that chest. I'm assuming it's locked.
It is locked, yes. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do.
Then yeah, you can try and open it. If
And I roll
you
16. 20.
if you fail, if you fail, what's going to be the consequences?
Okay.
I like to put consequences in for lockpicking because otherwise people can just do it endlessly.
this
If
is
you
true.
fail, it's going to make enough noise that someone's going to come investigate.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it again because that sounds fun.
Okay, DC is 20.
24.
24. You pop it
That was
open
even better than the first
silently. Yeah, really good. Yeah, you pop it open silently. So inside, there are a couple of small pouches. They're sort of velvet. Well, they're not velvet. They're fabric pouches, though. In little dividers. So there are 4 of them from left to right.
Will they fit in my? Will all of them fit in my backpack?
Ooh, yeah, I reckon.
Can I just clean them out?
Yeah, I reckon they. I reckon they all can. What would you go for first? Do you reckon?
Let's start with the one on the right, shall we?
Okay.
The velvet pouches. Because they sound fancy. I'm not even looking inside them, I'm just grabbing them.
You grab the pouch.
Alarm goes off.
Alarm does go off.
This is fine.
It does, I'm afraid. Yes.
I'm invisible.
Hey,
The alarm was
Question.
on the bags.
question. Is this like the alarm spell where it just alerts someone, whoever cast it, or is it just like a full klaxon alarm?
It is actually the alarm spell. You can make an
Yeah.
audible alarm with the alarm spell. You can choose mental or
can.
audible, so they have chosen audible.
Hooray! So I know. So I grab one.
So you know, yeah, you know immediately it's gone off.
I grab one. I don't know what's in it.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna make a quiet escape.
The audible alarm is audible within 60 feet, so none of the rest of the party know about this.
Yep.
But you try to make your escape. You've already made the mistake. You try and
Different.
as you try and make your escape, though, 2 people enter the cart. Right? They're getting in. They're climbing in as you're trying to get out. What do you do? Like they're
How much space are
blocking.
we
They're
talking?
blocking the entrance.
Are they
You could-
blocking like in a tunnel or are they side by side?
blocking side by side.
Awesome. There is a alternative action known as the tumble. I would like to do that.
I don't usually allow that, but I think this is probably fine in this. I won't allow it in combat, is what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think this is perfectly fine because this is a good rule to go for what you're
Yeah.
trying to do, which is like slide under them as they come through, right?
Yeah.
I will say that's going to make
Under or
noise. Absolutely going to make noise.
I mean, they're gonna find that something's missing, so I'm not too concerned about that.
They're going to find something missing very quick, that's true, but they're going to hear it as you go past. Now, they're not going to have enough time to react. You know that. You're fast. They're not going to have enough time to react. But they're going to be a lot quicker on it than if they'd gotten to the chest first and all that. But yeah, so let me look, because I haven't used these rules in ages. Let me look up the tumble through rule. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, so make me an acrobatics check, and it's going to be contested with the acrobatics of the tumbler.
The tumblee.
Or the tumblee even, yeah.
Okay.
Do they do a group check?
I'm gonna say in this case Imp's just picking one of the 2 and the other one isn't involved because they're side by side. It's not.
That is 17.
17.
Not right. But
Well, I've rolled 7. So you tumble past. You tumble past. And you hear one of them goes, "Do you hear something?" And they both turn around as you tumble past, and you land in the dust, and that sets up a little plume there. Oi! Someone's invisible. Now the rest of you hear that you hear that shout. Someone's invisible. What's going through your heads, Hayes, A1, and Aegis?
Yeah.
Immediately. What are you thinking?
I like to disappear into the trees.
No, I'm. What are the party
them.
thinking? Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
you're not quite at the trees
So-
yet. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so are we going to protect them from the consequences of their actions, or?
We could always go fishing instead.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Okay.
Fishing instead.
I'd like to hide amongst the trees.
Okay. I'm just looking up a spell. Good. Okay. Yep.
There is, I can't remember if you remember a thing, but there is a thing that might make a difference here.
I can't remember it. DM me on Discord because my memory's terrible. At the same time, there's chaos going on amongst the caravan. It's come to a screeching halt, and the guards are sort of milling around, holding their clubs out, and they're sort of swinging them in wide arcs. And how are you dealing? You're sort of in the middle of all this, and they're swinging all around you. It's only a matter of time before they strike you.
How much space is under the caravan?
How much space is under the caravan? I like that. I think there's enough to hide under it. Yeah, I think there's enough to hide under it.
I don't want to stay under it. I want to come out, go all the way under, come out the front where the beasties are, and sneak past them and just be gone.
Okay, well, you're under it. That's the start. There's a few more checks left. I'm just reading the thing Bruce sent me. Yeah, okay, absolutely. Absolutely, that's fine. Yeah, so can you give me a stealth check, please?
I just had an even better idea, but I'll wait.
That's good. Well, we'll see if that idea holds up when the next thing happens. But yeah, I'll get Hayes' stealth check first.
That is a dirty 20.
That's great. Okay, Aegis and a 1, and are you still hanging back?
What are you doing, Aegis?
I mean, if Hayes is hiding, then Aegis is probably also going to hide.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
All right. I get disadvantage on stealth.
I will do the same.
Oh, no, that's bad.
I got 12.
That was good. I got 8.
Okay, both a 1 and an Aegis are spotted by the caravan. You go, oi, they got backup. So a couple of the caravan guards are going to now approach you. So now the way between Imp and the rest of the party is now blocked by a couple of people. Like it's still passable, but it's going to get more difficult to get to there without getting like randomly whacked by a club. At the same time,
I have an idea. I can help find the invisible person.
Great. Okay.
I cast Fairy Fire. Which
do you cast it on the general area of the caravan?
Yes.
Okay, Imp, you're now visible.
I believe that's a dex save.
It might be. Let me double check. It's a 20-foot cube, so that will cover you. Yeah, I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw. Let me just double check something before you roll it. Amazing. You don't have to.
Of course, my fish.
You don't have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws when you're prone, but apparently. You would be squeezing though, I suppose, wouldn't you?
Depends on how much space it is. If there's enough space there for two people to stand side by side, that's,
Well, that's in the caravan. You're under it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm assuming the wheels are at least the width of the caravan.
I mean, you're like squeezing vertically. So the wheels.
Oh, it's like low to the ground.
It's like low,
It'd be like prone or something, right?
You're prone at the moment under there. It's probably like 2 or 3 feet of clearance. So there's a lot, but it's gonna be hard. However, rules wise, I'm just gonna allow a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Big money, no whammies. 15.
15. What's your spell save DC, please?
13.
13. So you succeed.
Never punished.
Yeah, until the wizard comes out of the caravan. This pale figure in a robe steps out and casts see invisibility.
But does he look under the caravan?
That's the thing. So now what I'm going to need is another stealth check from Imp.
One of these times you're gonna fail it.
This is what happens when you rob a caravan. Of course, there's a lot of stealth checks.
17.
17. Okay.
Oh, 10. All's getting lower.
Wizard's perception can't be very high. Let me just double check. It can't be, surely. Yeah, no, you're fine. They're
I mean,
not
you never
wisdom
specified.
creatures.
Yeah.
Is the noise from the alarm still going off?
No, that just goes off like for a very brief bit of time, and it sounds like a little handbell goes ding ling 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 ling. But yeah, so there's a wizard with see invisibility, like looking around, looking for everyone. You two have been spotted though, Aegis and a 1-in, and you've cast magic loudly, so they definitely know you're there. Someone's turned invisible. You've cast magic. The guards don't know what spell you've cast. The wizard does, but the wizard is busy.
How many of these people are now surrounded by glowing fish?
Like, almost all of them probably. Let me just roll some dex saves. Oh God, I haven't rolled above a 10 yet. Wow. Surely it'll happen eventually. Okay, one of them isn't glowing. The rest of them, there's about 6 of them. They are all glowing with, these glowy fish all around them. And yeah, as I say, 3 of them are approaching you. So, what do you do? Aegis, what do you do?
What do you mean? We're not with anybody.
You expect me to believe that? Someone goes invisible, sets off the alarm, you come out and cast a spell, and we're meant to assume you're not involved at all.
I was trying to find them.
Invisible person. We were simply trying to assist.
See, everyone's glowing. I was hoping they would glow too.
Roll me deception, please, at disadvantage, Aegis.
A 1-in is telling the truth.
A 1-in is technically telling the truth, but it's still deceiving.
It's a 12.
Is a 12. Ooh, I think the insight of a guard is slightly higher than that, but let me just double check. Ooh.
It'd be a check.
It is a 12. It is a 12, so you just passed.
That's a pass, yeah.
And they're like,
Right.
I suppose stranger things have happened. Well, come down here and help us find this miscreant, will you?
Look, I'm much more concerned.
Come on.
Did you hear the howling?
Yeah, we'll deal with that once we found the miscreant. There's someone invisible. Who knows what they could do? Come on. You too as well.
All right.
Tall.
Yeah,
person.
I go down and I
I'll walk in. Yeah, sure.
All right, cool.
throw
Excellent.
a bag of ball bearings around.
Just throwing them everywhere. Careful where you put
what
those.
is it?
One
Thousand
falls
When you
over.
do these things.
Hoping that one of them
Bangs
bounces off
ahead.
something.
Stands up
Yeah.
and goes, ow. Oh, bounces off something. I like that. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from Imp as you try and dodge a cloud of ball bearings.
Oh my God.
Isn't it like 1,000 ball bearings or something?
It's 1,000.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's going over a large area, so it's a little easier to dodge.
What was the
Dexterity.
what did it save? Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be against a 1 in spell save DC because it's the easiest thing I can think of.
Fair enough.
Ooh. I rolled an 8, which is rude. That's a 13.
And
I
then
have
it's my spell
proficiency
save
in
DC.
That's a pass.
That's
then.
close. That was close.
That was close. Yeah. So you just dive past. Like one of them hits you on the shoulder, but you're able to quickly pocket it before anyone can see. So it goes invisible as well. Scary right now. I didn't expect this level of PvP from the caravan encounter, which was not a steal stuff from the caravan encounter.
With Imp, of course it was.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to. Somebody pointed out that this was unusual behavior for the reckless one.
One of the guards
Get out there.
goes over to Aegis and claps you on the shoulder. Says, "Good to have a solid, proper guard-looking person because they can see your shield and your axe to help. You know, you're proper trained. You're proper trained. Come have a look. Yeah, I'll take the top of the caravan. You take the bottom. You'll be able to see the down under stuff easier." And he starts to climb up to the top.
Wait a minute. Wait. So. You are merchants, right? Do you have silvered weapons?
No time, all right? Because the invisible person could be getting away, all right? Swing your weapon around and see if you can hit someone. We'll talk after.
Far more concerned with the howling behind us.
We'll talk after. Whack your weapon around.
Question, by the way, Nick.
Yes.
Is the caravan still moving?
No, it stopped.
Can I cast Detect Magic as a ritual?
Yes. What are the components of Detect Magic?
For an artificer... Wait, I forget. Do artificers still use the verbal and somatic components, or...?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same spell casting as anyone else, so you've got to use all the components.
Yep, it's verbal and semantic, although I'd assume I'm at least a bit of a distance away.
You'll be covered for somatic, but for verbal you will be heard. I tend to go by the rule that casting a spell with verbal components is basically shouting it.
Okay.
Which is why if you ever play a CRPG, they're almost always shouting when they're casting magic spells. Otherwise, I feel like it's hard doing the sorcerer, who is already hard done by the game rules, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't particularly care if they notice me. I'm just going to cast Detect Magic, and for... Well, this is literally for Hayes. She just sort of reaches up to her armor's helmet.
Yeah.
Presses a couple of fingers just next to the visor and scans about, if you will.
Okay, I like that. Scanning with the visor to detect magic. It takes you 10 minutes still. So as you start doing that, someone notices, someone is shouting magical things, and there's someone there who they haven't seen before, and the guards go, "We found him, the invisible one," and they run over to you. And they're gonna try and grapple you. Yes, yes, I wanted.
While this is happening, where is the water barrel?
The water barrel was probably with Aegis, so it's probably off to one side in the forest, in the tree line. Not too far away, I imagine.
A question, can I see an invisible tiefling with Detect Magic active?
As a way of this, I will point out, if
but
you're within 30 feet, you definitely get a ping of the spell, but strictly speaking, it doesn't allow you to see invisible. You just know that something is there.
I think it would probably tell you where it is, though. Don't you see an aura coming off of things?
If you can see the thing, yes.
Okay.
I suppose then it would make see invisible completely redundant, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, the other thing... Oh yeah, it has to be a visible creature or object. The other problem is that while you're getting into your 10-minute ritual, you are bundled by 4 guards with big sticks.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm just going to let them grab me and ignore them while I'm scanning everything.
Okay.
Would this not
Probably
interrupt the
speaking,
ritual?
this probably interrupts the ritual because they've kind of grabbed you. They're like pinning your hands behind your back, and they're like, "We got her! We got her! We've done it!
Do you mind?
We got the thief! Now where is it? What do
Do
you
you mind?
steal?" I don't know where this voice is coming from. None of the others have this voice.
I've stolen nothing.
Interesting.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to finish warming up my batteries here and do a quick scan.
Warming up your...
Do you want my...
Your what?
Do you want my... It's an old artifact. Look, do you want my help or not?
Take her back to Monroe. And the 4 drag you back to the caravan where out of the driver's seat, a portly halfling, I think. I've done a halfling in a while. You know, I've not done an elf in a while. Let's say elf. A portly elven man looks and goes, "Are you the one what stole from me?"
Okay, I'm going to say to him in Sylvan. No, I most certainly was not.
Okay. Does anyone else speak Sylvan, by the way?
Nope.
Okay, you get a
Nope.
response to Sylvan. That says, "Hi, one of the
yes.
fair folk, are you?" All right, you overhear this. "One of the fair folk, are you?"
No, I'm a tiefling.
"Oh, I see. Fair enough. Why'd you have to steal from us?"
I did not do so.
"I heard the alarm. So you've been casting magic out in Treeline?"
Yes. After my friend set off to help, I thought I might activate this scanning device. As she tilts her head because obviously her arms are being held at the moment.
Yeah.
And take a look around to see if I could see any sign of this miscreant.
Oh, that's an interesting scanning device, you call it? What's it do?
Yes. Ah, well, you see, it's quite interesting. I retrieved this helm from oh, well, you don't want to know that. But I also retrieved this component, don't want to know where from either. And basically, it used to be, do you know what a spyglass is? Well, it's sort of like a magical spyglass, but I modified it in order to integrate it into the side of the helm.
Well,
and
that's
then I
proper
connected
fancy,
it up to...
lads.
Yeah,
He
and she basically...
interrupts you to try and stop you spieling any more technobabble. "You wouldn't be interested in parting with it? I'll give you a couple of copper, maybe."
Oh, I'm afraid it's priceless.
All right, you
Especially
pulled me
considering
like
what I just-
20 gold pieces.
The things I disassembled to create this, you could not afford it if you worked the rest of your life.
150 gold.
No, sorry.
Fine. All right. I can't convince you. Well, back to the matter, and you say you weren't the one what went invisible, but you suddenly appeared out of nowhere in the tree line casting spells. So who
Well, I
did
didn't-
go invisible?
What do I know? They're invisible.
Roll me deception, please.
What is my deception like here? Oh, dreadful. I mean, to be fair, it's a +1, but that's a 7.
Oh,
That's
no.
7. He does not believe you. No, it don't seem likely. Now, I'm not in the business of, punishments and the like, crime and punishment. I don't believe in it, really. If you're gonna steal, you're gonna steal, right? There's not much stopping. But we have got you a fair cop, It'd be good if you could return the money you took.
Again, I have taken nothing, but very well. I was hoping to deny it, but the thief is one imp. Impersonate, I believe that's short for.
Imp? A fiend?
Yes.
Imp, come out.
Devil
The king's
spawn?
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean any offense. I mean, the ones from L's. What come out of portals and attack?
No, it's a nickname. Imp, come out. The jig's up.
Would I even still be there?
I must apologize. I was, as you might guess, hoping to pretend I didn't know them, but it would appear I can't get anything past you.
Imp, are you coming out or are you staying high hidden?
Would I even still be there with all the distraction? Yeah, that was a mighty big distraction.
Would you still be
Hang
there
on,
with the
where is
distraction?
Vintage in all this?
Oh, yeah! Vintage is here!
Yeah.
Be a problem, I will admit.
The dog might be a problem. I tell you what, you can roll me one perception check with Vintage's smell
Plus
to smell
3.
him. I believe you have advantage with Vintage? With keen hearing and smell?
For smell, yeah.
My last roll, I believe, was a 17.
Okay, so you got to beat a 17.
I got an 18. And then I rolled
18.
again because advantage, and I got another 18.
Oh,
Okay.
goddamn.
So while this conversation has happened, Vintage is like following a 1-in and then just breaks away from a 1-in for 5 seconds, goes over to the car, sticks his head under the car and just goes and then just starts panting, and then happily, and his tail's wagging, and he's like breathing right in your face, Imp. And the guards are like coming up to you now.
I think at this point, Hayes is just going to shout in Infernal. And, well, she's going to swear, but I'm not. Get the frick out from under there, Imp.
Oh, I understand Infernal.
Oh, by the way, she speaks Infernal with a very strong Sylvan accent.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, yeah,
I'm just quickly looking over.
Have you got anything else in the pipe that you can try to use, or is this it? Is this death for Imp? It's not death for Imp. It's to be the weirdest character death. Sniffed out by the party dog.
Come on, Imp. Come on out. Give them back whatever you've taken.
The only reason I'm coming out, by the way, is because they've called me by name.
Okay.
I'd have expeditions which we did on man.
That would probably work, yeah.
But yeah, no, I continue crawling in the direction I was going, stand up at the end and just drop the concentration. Well then, I have been bested by my teammates.
The merchant sort of walks around to you. Okay, so there was another one who went invisible. All right, I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Oh, I didn't catch your name, actually. You with the gadgets. What was your name? Sorry.
Please.
He extends a hand to shake your hand. Oh, it's good to meet you. My name's Bertrand.
Nice to meet you. Deliver. Hazel Deliver.
I've forgotten the surname because Nick made it up on the spot and didn't think it'd be important. And he...
Their name's Butt.
And he turns to Imp and he folds his arms and goes, now what are you doing now? All the way out here trying to rob a caravan?
You look like you might have had something fancy, and that chest was locked.
Of course it were locked. It had all the profits in. It's what I'm going to be paying the guards with. They've done good, honest work guarding this caravan. We've had 4 bandit attacks already, and this is now the 5th.
I used to be a bandit, not now though.
Are you sure you just robbed a caravan?
I'm more civilized these days, and I shake the bag. I assume it's full of.
Are you? Are you really?
It does jingle
They're
like
not
it's got
dead.
money in it.
Well, you can keep their wages.
Oh, it was just a day.
Not that they've earned it, given how easy it was to surpass them. The wizard though. The wizard. I assume you've got a wizard or some kind of magical person, because that's a nifty spell. Unless you're magical.
That's my son.
Oh.
Very good with the books. Very proud of him.
Well, if he ever fancies helping keep someone else safe, I could give him a job.
He puts his hand over your shoulder and he goes, listen.
I hand him the bag.
Listen, kid. I understand that you want to fight against the world, all right? And I understand that. I've had a teenage boy. I mean, my boy over there, and he points to the wizard. Only 23 now. I remember when he was rebelling against everyone. Oh, all the sorts of things he would do. Be sneaking out at night, going off and watching the plays. Oh, coming back as crack of dawn, smelling a perfume.
I've got a question, by the way. So is this wizard actually sort of human height then? Or is he was he like a halfling all along?
He's human height.
I may. Your son looks awfully tall compared to you.
Oh, I decided this guy was elven in the end instead of halfling.
Oh yeah, you did.
He's humanoid height. Yeah. He is actually a tall one though. He's about 6'4". He's quite skinny. Although part of it's the hat probably making him look taller. But the merchant's like, he's a good lad. He's a good lad. Grew quick.
Not much for food, though. He eats a lot, like any growing lad, but doesn't seem to put it anywhere. Don't know where he's keeping it. But he's a good boy. He's a good boy. It's probably all the magic he's doing, innit? But anyway, and he whispers to him, look, I understand. I know you gotta rebel. I know you gotta, make a statement and find out who you are. I understand that. I really do, but think about who you're affecting, eh? We're all just good, honest folk going back and forth. If you'd taken that, I wouldn't have been able to pay my guards their wages, and they'd worked hard. They've been on this journey with me for a month.
As he's talking, I interrupt him mid-part of pick a sentence.
Yeah.
And I say, bored now. And I start walking back in the direction that we were originally heading.
Blasters goes, I see, well, all right.
As I'm going, I do call out to his son, whoever gets really tired of this comes to Airedale. I'll see you right.
Oh,
And I
don't
stroll off.
listen to them. Don't listen to them.
I'm terribly sorry for my impertinent friend.
It's
I
all,
love that wordplay.
it's all right. It's all right. And I mean, you look like an older gentleman, such as myself, if you don't mind me saying. But I mean, whereabouts are you headed? I mean, you can't be living around here, right? I was going to ask, did you want to come with us for a bit?
We're headed away from the wolf house that were to the south.
Aye, they're worrying us as well. We've been hearing them for the past 2 days, 3 days, something like that.
Yeah, how about we repay you for my impersonate friend and accompany you? We could go maybe 8 more miles into the hills and
Well, it
set up
depends
camp
where
for the
you're
night.
going. I mean, with the caravan, we can make good time.
We're heading north.
Yeah, that's where we're heading as well. We're not going too far, maybe about 4 days north before we make camp, but you could probably join us for the journey if you wish.
That sounds delightful.
We just ask that you pull your weight, but just, if we get attacked or whatever, you just spring to help us out, like the guards do.
We are mightily concerned by the howling, so either way, let's get a move on.
Aye, strength in numbers and all that. How's that sound?
Now, meanwhile, Imp is a mile away now.
I'm curious, by the way. Would you happen to have any idea of the
I say
layout
within
of the
sight.
land?
Sorry, what was that, Brie?
Would you happen to have any idea of the layout of the land nearby?
Aye, we've got a map.
Oh, the road we're taking, and by road he definitely means like just a natural path at this point. But yes, I will reveal some fog because you're able to look at it.
Yes.
That's good. So, oops, if I lock it on like that, then that.
Oh, plains.
So it probably includes that as well. So the path they're planning on taking is going and then north. And they're probably breaking off here from where you'd be going. They'd probably go right after that. They're probably going to clear off that way.
Would actually be
I think
quicker
it's a
for us to
bit much.
travel with the caravan. Like mechanically,
Yes.
even through the forests.
You will gain 3 tokens a day. Bonus.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Wait, how many people are in the caravan?
It's
There
a me.
are
Easy-o.
6 guards, a wizard, and a merchant.
So 8.
The thing that lets them
Okay.
go further is the fact that they can take turns sitting in the caravan.
Oh no, I was just working out how many of them I can feed.
They have their own supplies. You don't necessarily need to feed them.
Yeah, no, but feeding them would put us in their good books.
That's true.
Even
That's a
more.
very good point. Yeah, yeah.
And we'll
I
help
can feed 10
guard and
people.
stuff. So
I like the rename of the party to the Imp Wranglers.
Did you not like the previous name?
I did not know.
as Imp runs off into the woods, Aegis will call out, Imp, you can rejoin us whenever you like. Just don't go too far.
I'm ahead of you. I'm on the same path that we were heading on.
The merchant
yeah.
looks at you, Aegis. Bertrand looks at you and goes,
So are they one of yours, or
I do come
Oh
back.
God, heavens no.
Only the way you talk to him is quite like a father would talk to a child.
Sometimes you just have to treat them like they axe, you know.
Oh, I understand. Reaches back and pulls out a bottle and pops it open with a little dagger he's got and hands it to you.
Would you like a drink for the journey?
Oh, don't mind if I do. Cheers.
Aye, it's good stuff. We got it from way over in east, and we're hoping to fetch a pretty good price on the north, you know.
Okay, so you're able to move along. That was the Four of Swords.
We said it was 3 cups.
Oh, sorry, I've read the wrong one. It was the Three of Cups. The Four of Swords. No, we've already done the Three of Cups. Three of Cups was the camp. That was the Four of Swords.
Okay.
So your path is now predetermined until you don't want it to be. So your next one is going to be there because that's where the caravan's going, basically. I imagine that's where you're going anyway. So that's okay. So that will cost.
And it would have been quicker to go through the hills.
But we're going to get the extra
But we
tokens,
get the
I
extra
think.
things,
You're
and
gonna
once
get the
the
extra
planes
tokens,
will
yeah.
be screaming. So yeah.
This will cost 6, but I'm going to say you've got 1 extra from the amount of extra time left in the day that you'd be in the caravan. And then we'll add the 3 to the next day. So you arrive to the next one and you hit 0. And I am going to draw a card. Another sword.
In the immortal words of Dante from Devil May Cry, a sword.
I was expecting more there.
I mean, he does say it. He does say it while the sword stabs straight through him. So,
Okay, so as the caravan trundles along, you come up to a fallen tree. This sort of gets the guards. This gets the guards almost like their hackles raised. Like they're a little suspicious. Like a fallen tree. Sometimes it's natural, sometimes it's not, and it's unnatural enough times that they're a little suspicious. Like they get off the cart, they're on the ground, they're looking around, all around. Are any of you assisting in this?
yep, I'd like to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic just as.
It's going to take you 10 minutes,
Something's
Hayes.
cool.
So you're going to have to get in the caravan or something because that's still moving.
Yep.
And then you start casting.
The fallen tree blocking the path for the caravan.
Yeah, actually, the caravan has stopped. That's a good point. So you're spending 10 minutes. Imp, even. You cast Detect Magic. You don't get any magic apart from the usual pings coming from all the magic around you.
Yeah. Ourselves.
Yourselves, basically, yeah. So nothing unusual there. Aegis, a 1 in anything.
I think Aegis will try and wrangle some people to move the tree.
Okay, yeah. So you're probably able to get a couple of guards or something.
Nick, question: Has a dawn passed since the tournament in the last session?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Roll a d6 for my magic items.
Yep. Okay. And a 1 in. What are you doing?
I want to work out why the tree fell.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So while Aegis and a couple of guards are trying to move the tree, you go over to the sort of the edge of it and you have a look at it, and it very clearly has been cut down. Like you can see axe marks and all that. You don't even need a roll for this. It's so clear.
This was intentional.
The
Is that a
guards.
word a one would know?
This was by purpose.
Yeah, that.
The guards draw their clubs, and they turn as an arrow sinks into the dirt by your feet. A 1 in, and in the distance, up in the tree line, actually up in the trees, there is
Yes.
an elven woman. She's wearing leather armor, very much sort of a Robin Hood style of armor, so it's quite light, quite flexible. And she's standing on a branch as if it's nothing, like with perfect balance, and looks down at you and goes, "Ha ha! Fallen straight into my trap. Hand over your money, or your lives are forfeit."
The one in silently switches their fishing rod into bow mode.
None of you do anything silly. None of you do anything silly, or we'll have to sort you out. You don't want that. You don't want that.
If I look around, can I see where her allies are?
Make me a perception check.
Let's try this. Flat 6. I see nothing.
No, you don't see anything.
Okay. Can I look around just in case?
You're currently casting detect magic in a
Oh yeah.
caravan. I mean, you can end that if you want and come out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll end that and I'll step out in my armor.
Okay.
And
As
start
you
looking
step
around.
out, an arrow sinks into the dirt next to you.
Is that from was that from the elf woman, or was it clearly from another
Very
source?
good question. Clearly from another source, opposite side of the road.
I think Aetos will be taking cover behind the log of this big tree that's been felled, and also taking a look around.
Okay.
That's 12 on that perception check.
Okay, 12. Let me have a look. Nah, it's not going to be the stealth check. The tree-bound swashbuckler, she jumps up onto her tiptoes, runs along the branch, jumps over the road, and lands in the tree on the other side. Where, if you look over there, you find there is another elf.
Would I have been able to see where the arrow that was fired at me came from?
Yeah, it came from the tree that this particular swashbuckler has just jumped over.
Okay.
And in fact, it comes from the elf who has just taken the hand of the first elf.
Question. Okay, so
Yeah.
there was another arrow. From where I'm standing, would I be able to see if that arrow was fired from roughly the same direction?
The first arrow was fired from the side of the road. So the first arrow was fired from elf number 1. The second arrow was fired from the now elf number 2 that you can see.
Okay.
And they're now together.
They're now together. In fact, one of them kisses the other,
Ah.
just on the cheek, and the two giggle.
Ace says, "I'm very happy for you both." And then she raises her left arm, and a sort of a screen pops out. It's like, well, it's more like a sort of an area of like minor illusion.
Okay.
And a bunch of targeting reticles basically appear. Well, it looks like a crossbow targeting reticle.
Yeah.
So like it's like a square with a notch in it rather than like a cross as we'd recognise it. And they're just sort of red on everyone in front of her. And she just makes a gesture with her other hand, and the two reticles covering the two elves changes to green. And this is how she casts magic missile.
Are you casting it right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go into a combat then.
Has
As you-
Vintage seen anyone else, by the way?
No, these ones are really well hidden.
Oh.
As you face
Smelt
what are their
anyone?
names? Hang on. Trina and Kana. There we go.
Wait, where did we put the tree?
We've got ourselves a combat. Did you draw one in the end?
Oh, I thought you were gonna. Okay. I'll do it.
No.
I thought you said you would. Okay,
I
I'll
said
sort it
draw one.
out. Okay. Right, tree. No, that's. What?
I'm going to look back on the VOD when I'm editing it, and it's going to be I said draw one, and I'm.
Nick, this tree that's fallen down, would it be big enough to provide full cover, half cover?
Where's the fallen tree?
The one that the people chopped down that stopped us.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to draw something on there. I'm going to silently delete that bit. So there's no evidence. It's the joys of editing. Like, you're going to know this joy now, Ben. You can make yourself look good at the expense of all others.
Should probably learn how to use owlbear at some point.
Same.
Yeah, I should learn this. Or I'll.
Two
Yeah.
oxen.
I mean, to be fair, every single druid has.
Are you all ready to get fucking murdered? We're good? Let's do it. Boom.
Sure.
Can I be murdered without the fucking, please?
You know what? Fair. Actually, so because this is initiative, your action will go off on your turn. There is no surprise. They've been waiting for this.
And they announced themselves to us too.
Kana's going first, and Kana is going to shoot one arrow, specifically, not bow. Yeet. At Hayes, and one at guard number 4, like just a quick volley at the two that they're there. Yeah, Trina and Kana are definitely fucking absolutely, as the chat are pointing out. Not right now though. They're busy. Right, first attack against Hayes. That is a 15 to hit.
That just beats my 14.
Okay, and one against the guard. Well, that's a 25 to hit, so that one definitely hits as well. So you take 8 points of damage, and the guard takes possibly a little bit more if I can find the modifier. There it is. Guard takes 12 points of damage. That is one dead guard.
Oh no.
The arrow goes straight through the neck, and the guard collapses to the ground, and Trina goes, "Hey, I got one!" and kind of high fives her and says, "Oh, I love it when you're vicious."
Yeah.
Right.
Hayes shouts up. That guard had a family, dreams, motivations. Taking a life like that is not something to rejoice over.
Okay. Yep, that's the attacks, and they're gonna. Yeah, sorry, Kana is gonna take cover behind the tree. So half cover, not full cover, or 3/4. Aegis, over to you.
Well, Aegis can't really do anything ranged. Well, not at that range anyway. So he is going to. I guess I'll move.
Can always throw that hand axe.
Yeah. I'm definitely not getting that back if it goes up in a tree. I'll move.
I'm reading a parry reaction.
Oh, Nick.
Specifically says on the stab block, can only parry Aegis' hand axe.
I mean, even if you do want to get it down from the tree, it'll take us several hours to cut it down.
Okay.
It absolutely will, yeah.
So I'm going to move between the oxen and this guard, and just be in.
Take cover behind the ox.
Yeah, and I think I'll just hold
nice.
there.
Okay, over then to guards 3, 2, and 1, who are the ones up at the front here. So guards, they're armed with clubs, so there's not actually much that they can do right now except run over. So these two are going to scramble over the log and run around. They're going to get over to, I think this one's going to dash, so it's going to get about here. So they're running towards the tree line, and this one is coming as well, but is a bit further back. It's stuck here. That's those guards, and we go to our little apprentice wizard. Apprentice wizard, what can you cast? Not much. Mage armor, first up. Okay. And the wizard is going to, having just seen a guard hit the dirt, is going to take cover behind this cart. Imp, over to you.
I would like to take out my wand and fire off a web.
Oh, firing off web. Very nice.
A 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. Bloody hell.
Yep. Can I send it just immediately below Trina?
Yeah. What's the range of that thing? 60 feet?
Not 90 foot, I think. Let me double check that. I pulled it up specifically. 60 feet. It is 60 feet.
60 feet. That's just in range. You are just in range for that. Given the additional height as well.
Yeah. So like the 5 foot square immediately below Trina, because she's in a tree, and I want to catch as much of the tree as possible, linking it to the ground if I can.
Okay, so you cover it in web. Do they get a save?
They do.
And what kind?
So it's Dex, but let me just scan this. Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. Okay, so Kana's gonna have +2 from half cover.
Yep. Wait, what? For a saving throw?
Yep, you get +2 to dexterity saving throws if you're in half cover. Another reason you should all fucking take cover.
I thought that was just if they were from attack rolls.
Look it up. Right. So that is a 21 for Trina, and Kana. That is much less. That is +2 for cover is 14. What's the DC on this?
Wow. I want to say 15.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we all want to.
Oh, hold up. It doesn't actually sound about there. I need to go.
It is indeed Wand of Web, DC 15.
Yes.
So that means that Kana, the one who took cover, is in webbed.
Excellent.
He's restrained. Okay. So I can add a little post-it note with restrained on there for Kana. Very nice. Over to the merchant. The merchant is going to take cover, basically dodge action and hide. Vintage is right next to him and just goes just breathing on his face. Over to a one-in.
A one-in's gonna run over here and shoot Trina with the bow.
Okay, shoot Trina with the bow. All right. Well within range. So
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll for your attack. Trina's not in cover.
Where did I put? Attack in. The attack roll is a 14.
14 doesn't hit, I'm afraid. So she sees the arrow coming and just ducks, and the arrow thunks straight into the tree behind her. She smiles at you and says, "Nice try." But not enough. Anything from Vintage?
For Vintage.
The goodest boy.
The goodest boy. Where's that much? I think Vintage is gonna hang around the merchant for now.
Okay, staying near the merchant, ready to do the protection reaction.
Yes.
Okay, we go to Trina. Trina is going to try and action economy or
Trina is the one that's not restrained.
right, yeah, not restrained.
Dexterity saving throw for the weapon.
Do you have to do that every time?
At the start of their turn, yes, so long as they're in the web.
Okay.
I can read it if you like.
So the web is encompassing
Normally you don't have to
entire
make
tree,
the
right?
save tools. Yeah.
Each creature that starts its turn, it might.
Oh, so Kana shouldn't have rolled it yet. I see.
Yeah,
so
no,
Trina's
but
one
that's
will
my
apply
bad.
to this one, and we'll do it next time. Every
All
turn.
that enters them, it must be during its turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So we'll count those previous saves as happening now, for the purposes of it, and then we'll go on from there.
Yeah.
That's no problem. Can Trina break Kana out?
With an action, I believe so.
Okay. No check or anything?
A creature restrained by the webs can use this action to strength check against the spell save DC. If it succeeds, it's no longer restrained.
I guess technically Kana hasn't had her turn since Imp cast.
So she's
Web.
technically not restrained, but she will. Yeah, okay, so what Trina's going to do is set fire to the web under her.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She does take 2d4 fire damage. But that is going to burn away the web in one round. So she won't have to worry about the check next time. She takes 4 points of fire damage. Okay. All right. She's going to move behind the tree because she can still. She's still able to move. She's going to use it for cover. But we go now to Hayes.
Okay, I think seeing all this, Hayes is going to change her tactics slightly.
Okay.
So instead of magic missile, she's actually going to cast grease on the tree.
Interesting. Okay. We're going to grease up this wood.
Oh wait, would that undo the web, or is the web not active?
No, I don't think it changes it. No.
Should be very greasy web.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 60 feet, so plenty of range, and that's a 10-foot square.
Yep. Okay. So you're basically you're slicking. So how does this look when an artificer casts grease 60 feet away up a tree? Is it like a fire hose or something?
Right. So I think I've actually already cast this once before.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, she pulls out a smaller. It looks like a smaller sort of beaker with a bunch of something basically bolted to the side. She pours a little oil into it and swirls it round.
Mm-hmm.
She basically focuses carefully where she's going to pour it, and she just sort of pours it just in front of her line of view, and it just sort of pours. From her perspective, it looks obviously like she's pouring over the tree, and whatever's going on, it just sort of causes the entire tree to have the oil poured over it.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. It's a dexterity save, right?
Yep, hang on, I'm just going to find the draw tool again. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it.
I should add the thing.
Rules-wise,
Yeah.
I'm counting neither Kana nor Trina as restrained because they wouldn't be restrained until Kana's next turn. By the way the rules of web work, it's on the start of her turn, and Kana's not had the start of her turn yet since the web was cast.
Yeah.
So they both get the benefit of cover, amazingly, from the grease. Which is a weird thing to say. So I'll roll 2 dex saves. Benefits of cover.
Yep.
What's the DC?
That's a DC of 14.
DC of 14. Okay, so the first one, that is 11 plus. Okay, that's going to be above. Second one is close. Let me just add it up. Oh, that's 14 exactly. That was so close. But, you know, the whole area is difficult terrain now. It's going to be really hard for them to move around. Okay.
Plus, if they're still in the if they stay in it, they have to make another save.
Yep, that's true.
I'd say they're gonna slip up eventually.
Eventually, yeah, they're gonna mess up. All right, it's the guards go next.
I think they're going to slip down.
What are these guards going to do? These ones are going to move over, and I think they're going to stand near a one in and Hayes.
They're hiding. Human shields.
Oh yeah.
No.
Actually. Oh yeah. One thing, I'm gonna take cover behind this wagon.
Oh yeah,
wheel.
go for it. Yeah, absolutely. Stand behind that. That will be, I think, size of it probably 3/4 cover, which is a +5 to your AC.
Yeah.
I've added
It's
a
kind of big, kind of round.
Yeah, they're going to get near a one in because they think a one in might have healing magic. Okay, it is now Kana's go. Now Kana is restrained, or because of that save. So Kana is going to try and, I think Kana can try and break free herself, right?
Also fire.
From the web, I think. Yeah, the fire will break it at the end, and the 2d4 damage we'll put on now.
Yeah, I'm just adding fire to the bit that Trina did, because that's just on that square, unless it's spread.
Just on that square, actually, yeah.
Yeah. So she doesn't take fire yet.
Okay, I'll put that at 0. Right, so Webb says that you can try and break out with a strength check, so they're going to give that a go. Because being restrained kind of sucks.
Yep, same DC.
Yeah, okay. So, go on, Connor. No. That is, ooh, that's an 8. So it's not happening. I mean, she'll be free soon once Trina can get her out, but yeah, it's not happening at the moment.
But is she going to be moving out of there?
Nope. So she's got to make a save against, amazingly, while restrained, which I think means disadvantage on dex saves. So he's going to make a save against Grease again. With disadvantage, that is 20.
Blimey.
Seriously?
Nice.
Elf rangers. But I did roll high twice, actually.
Would you not have the disadvantage cancelled out by having cover? Is that the thing?
No.
No. They get +2.
Oh, +2.
Aegis, over to you. Yeah, it's like having a shield, basically, except it stacks with a shield.
Aegis is useless in this fight.
Better go climb the tree that's just been greased.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, chop the tree down. Just roll a 20.
There's no druids around here to get upset. Just burn it.
Yeah. Throw your hand axe. We didn't get you some, like, darts or something to throw.
Yeah.
You need a ranged option.
But even from here, like a thrown object, I think it's what 2060. So not a.
It'd be a
ideal.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing attacking isn't the only thing you can do in D&D.
I guess I'm gonna call out some. Do you really think you can beat all of us?
Menacing. Is that an intimidation attempt?
I'd rather a persuasion attempt.
Okay. Roll me persuasion. DC 25.
Oh. Well, that's impossible.
Okay, because Trina looks and goes, yes, actually.
Good luck.
Thank you. You too. Okay. Over to 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, and 1 are approaching the tree.
Oh no, they're all gonna fall over, aren't they?
Technically speaking, they are entering the splash zone.
They're entering the web.
Are they entering the web first?
Oh no, it's even worse.
Oh,
I've
okay.
got the white square for the web.
Yeah. Okay. So they're entering the web zone. All right. Let's roll. It's dexterity save.
I thought the web was on the tree though, not on the ground.
It's a 20-foot cube.
It's
Okay.
quite big.
Yeah, it's a big web.
Yeah. First one fails. Second one natural 20s it. So number 2's fine. Number 3, how you doing? That's a natural 1. I've done a natural 20 and a natural 1 in one go. People playing along with bingo are going to really enjoy that because 2 of the events gone in one go. So 1 and 2 are restrained now. If someone can handle those. Sorry, 1 and 3 are restrained. 2 is fine. And yeah, that's their turn. They had to dash to get there. There's nothing else they can do. Over to our apprentice wizard. Apprentice wizard, what are you going to do? You've got mage armor up. You're good with mage armor. That's too high a range, so it's going to be the arcane burst. Now the range of that is 120 feet, so that's going to be going against the one that's restrained because he's not an idiot. So let's go with it with advantage against Kana. Natural 1 and a natural 2. Incredible. I'm the worst luck. Honestly, I genuinely have the worst luck. Okay, Wizard's looking at his hands like, that should have worked. And the merchant goes,
No, don't worry, son, you'll get it. We all understand the pressure.
and he ducks another arrow and goes over it.
We all understand the pressure. You understand, son.
The wizard comes over and hugs his dad. He's like, I'm sorry, Dad. He's like,
Oh, it's all right, my boy. It's all right. It's all right. You know, if we die today, just know that I'm very proud of you. The first of our line to go to school and to do so well as to become a wizard. Oh, I'm very, very proud of you. Now, you be careful. You be careful. Take cover. And when you feel like it, pop off a spell or two. All right? All right, Dad.
Okay, over to Imp.
Imp, are you sure you want that boy to come and work for you?
I toughen him up.
A tear comes down the wizard's eyes. Who still hasn't got a name? I'm going to give him a name. It's Cedric.
His name's not Wizard.
It's not Wizard. It's Wizard the Wizard.
I mean, that's normative determinism at work.
That's true. What's it going to be?
What am I going to do? Am I going to... Either I do damage in the interest of murdering these things, but no, we've got all the action economy. I need to... They can see the merchant from there, right? He's like taking cover, but they're high up, so I'm assuming he just gets some amount of cover.
They are both in cover anyway.
No,
Sorry, do you mean...
does the merchant have cover from them?
Oh yeah, the merchant has 3/4 cover.
He's also got vintage protection.
This is true.
Yes. I am going to move through this space, I suppose. 10, 20. Okay, so I think I've got just enough to squeeze past here to be behind this.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm going to say loudly, careful there, boss man. Keep your head down. All this would be for naught if you were to get shot. And I'm just keeping the wand at the ready to recast web once the fire's done its thing.
Yeah, why did that sound like a threat?
Okay.
I'm doing nothing. Look, I've got a wand.
Go over to the merchant. Merchant's carrying, taking the dodge action.
Yep.
A 1 in, it's your go.
Right, I'm going to shoot at Connor.
Okay. Who is restrained, so it'll be with advantage.
Yes, I'm also going to cast Hail of Thorns.
Ooh. Very nice. What does Hail of Thorns do?
Cool stuff.
That sounds good.
Yeah. It makes a rain of thorns that sprouts from the arrow as it reaches them.
Oh, damn.
Which hits the target, and also each creature within 5 feet of it makes a dex saving throw.
Oh, very nice. So it's gonna potentially get Trina as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll it.
Assuming I hit. Which
You've got advantage against Kana, so
yes. So I got a 16 and then advantage nat 20.
okay, nat 20. All right, that's a crit.
How do you get so many crits in this game?
Have advantage. That's the
I
easiest way to crit.
luck.
Yeah, you've stolen all of
that
my
too.
goddamn luck.
So I roll the dice twice is what happens?
Yes, so all of the damage dice involved in the attack, you roll twice.
Okay, can you do me a dex save throw for both of those characters?
Sure.
I'm assuming it's against my spell save.
Yeah, it'll be against your spell save DC. So Kana is going to be rolling that at disadvantage, but we'll have +2 because of color. Not that that usually is going to matter. Let's go. I rolled the same number twice, but it was 5, so that's not good. Kana's failed.
Hey.
Trina, that's a normal attack, a normal save for Trina. Trina's passed with something well above 20.
Okay, that makes my things easier. So then I do plus 1d10 extra damage to Kana.
That will be doubled, so 2d10 because it's a crit.
Oh yeah. Jeez. Okay, let's work this out. And then
I think technically speaking, reading this, you don't get 2d10. Reading this, because it's a separate thing from a save, you don't get the extra 2d10. You do get 1d10 extra, but you get double your normal weapon damage. And anything that gets added on to your weapon, so something like favored foe and stuff like that, that would work. That would get doubled.
Plus 1d10 plus the fish attack.
Yes, that would get doubled.
Which is an extra 2d6 because it's doubled.
Yep. This ranges are all about
20.
stacking. 20! Good lord, that's a hit! That is a hit! Good lord. So all of that sprays shards of I'm guessing like little fish scales or something.
Yeah.
Spray into Kana, and she looks actually mortified for a second. That shocks her. And Trina looks over and is like, "Are you okay, love?" And Kana goes, "I'm all right for now. Just stop that one." Okay, Vintage.
Vintage has what's your move speed? Vintage 48.
Oh, oh, he's coming.
Yeah. I realize Protect doesn't work on ranged attacks unless Vintage is next to the person doing the ranged attacks.
I see. Vintage does have access to all of the actions players can do, so Vintage can dash as well if you need to go double movement speed.
Oh, let's see that.
That uses the action, but doesn't. Sorry, uses the action, so obviously you can't then attack, but doesn't expend the reaction or anything like that. So Vintage is getting in
the
there.
web.
Oh, Vintage has just entered the web. Vintage is going to need to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah.
He runs in like, what? That's a monk. That's like a gorilla. What?
Say, 14.
14. Does that pass? It was a 15, I think.
Fails by one.
It's a fail. Oh dear. Everyone's getting trapped in the wedge. Can someone put a restraint on Vintage, please? Okay, we go to Trina. Trina's getting a little worried about all the creatures down here. But also worried about a 1-in. I think Trina's going to...
Question.
Yeah?
It was on Trina's turn when the fire was set. Does it spread?
Yes, it probably does. So that one is burnt out. I think it's going to spread to all of the ones adjacent to it.
Excellent.
I don't think I've got... Oh yeah, you are on square.
Trina now
This
have to
one's
do
not
the
on
web
square,
save
that's fine.
and the grease save.
Trina doesn't have to do the web save. I think that was... Oh, maybe actually. Does Trina... No, I think it's... Yes, because she's starting her turn in the web, actually. Yeah. So it'd be web and grease saves.
Yeah, the grease save is actually at the end of her turn if she's still in it.
So we'll start with the web save. Oh, well, I've just rolled a 16, which is going to be well enough because she's got additions as well.
I don't like this.
But she's going to take aim at a 1-in, as that is that's what Kana told her to do. So 2 longbow attacks against a 1-in. That first one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit
Okay.
by a substantial amount.
She is going to use her Archer's Eye to make it a more deadly attack than it would normally be.
Oh dear.
So she's aiming for the heart. So she gets to add a D10 to the damage.
On a torso,
I don't like that.
not the heavily armored heart.
No, the soft bit in the center. Like the front of the turtle's not armored. It's the back. Like the underside of a turtle.
Yeah, it is a bony plate.
Oh yeah, all right, fair enough. Well,
It's not as heavy.
all right, going for the face.
As the
Going
shell.
straight for the face. Straight for the extremely soft face.
The long, flabby bits of neck.
Yeah, that is going to be 15 points of piercing damage to a 1-in.
No, I don't like that.
And then attack number 2.
Is it 15? Jesus.
Yeah. She's actually going to use that ability again. Oh no, it's a bonus action. She can't.
Hey,
So that's only gonna be an 11 to hit with the second one.
an 11 to hit. Nope.
And then
goes
she
blink.
is going to jump out of the tree, land there, and it's 15, 16, 17, 8, no, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's how maths works. and she's running out of the tree towards the other one. Okay, we get a Haze.
Okay, I think Hayes is going to see Trina, look at Kana, think for a minute, and yeah, I think she's going to try and take the tact. If she can put Kana in enough danger, Trina might surrender. So she's just going to go straight for the lightning launcher.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So yep, she's charging up the butt trumpet. See, I got there first this time. Yep. Snaps down the focusing crystals, and that is does a 15 hit.
Does a 15 hit? It just misses, I'm afraid. Oh wait, this is against Kana, right? You've got advantage because restraint.
Oh. Ah. Does a 23 hit? 23
does hit, yes.
Okay, that is going to be 1d6 plus 4, plus I can add another 1d6, so 2d6 plus 4. 9 points of lightning damage.
9 points of lightning damage. Nice. Ooh, singed. Singed all around. Well, very singed actually because of all that fire as well, but electrical singeing as well. Ouch.
Yeah, but I'm going to shout out in Sylvan. If you leave her there, she is going to die. We have you outnumbered. Just surrender.
Trina says, Kana can handle herself, and I'm going to handle you. Okay. 5 and 6. Having seen a 1-in take a hit, are going to stand in front of a 1-in as a human shield. You have half cover a 1-in, which is +2 to your AC.
Hey.
This is what you get for providing fish.
Yeah, it's Kana's go. She's going to take 2d4 fire damage. The fire is spread. Okay, that actually bloodies her. Oh no, it doesn't. I can't do maths. And she's not going to be released until the end of her turn. Actually, until the end of Trina's turn. So she is going to try and break free once more. I mean, she can actually just attack. She can still attack from restrained. It's just disadvantage. Is she going to try it? Yeah, you know what? She's seeing all the people at the bottom and is a little worried. She can see the fire. She knows what the fire is going to do. She is going to strike first on the restrained guard here, and then on Vintage.
Oh.
So cancelled out the advantage and disadvantage because of the 2 restrained.
Yeah.
So against the guard, that is a hit. Guaranteed.
They have cover from Kana. Would they have cover from Kana?
Unlikely. Kana's shooting.
They're very close, so I think is the problem. Yeah.
That's another dead guard.
Huh.
Sorry, I'm just going to move this one out. Whom's is dead. There we go. And against Vintage. That is 18 versus 18 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. Yeah, before taking this shot, she looks over at Hayes and says, if you really want to play this game, then fine, we'll play it. She's going to use her Archer's Eye to deal an extra D10 damage to Vintage. Yeah. Attacking the most cherished thing of someone to get them to stop sure is a good tactic. Okay. 17 points of piercing damage.
Yep. Ouch.
Is Vintage down?
Vintage has 2 hit points.
2 hit points left.
Yeah.
Because one thing to bear in mind, Vintage, I think I've said,
It's
doesn't
in the
get...
fire.
Oh no, it does get death saves. But is
It
in the
does get
fire.
death saves.
I think Vintage getting death saves makes sense because they've got levels. Like, once something has levels,
Yeah.
it should get death saves, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The fire's not a concern at the moment because the web will have already burned out by that point. So
Yeah, should be all right. You should be all right. That section will have burnt out.
Vintage goes before Trina.
in which case, Vintage might die.
Might go unconscious.
Nope, dead.
It's the end of her turn, so
Oh, yep. So she's
that'll
going
be
to
a
take
next save, please.
dex save, absolutely, with disadvantage against the grease. Oh, I'm really upset. There's a natural 20 right here, but it's gone because of the disadvantage. That's a 3.
Yep.
So she's
She'll be falling prone and out of the tree, thank you.
falling prone out of the tree. Thump. That means she's not restrained anymore, I'm going to say.
Wait, does it?
Because that cube is sort of burning away. And we're sort of handling this in a 2D sense just for my sanity.
Okay.
But she is prone.
Does she take?
She was
does she
going to
take
not be
full damage?
restrained on her next turn anyway. She will take full damage. Yeah. Is she up more than 10? Yeah, she probably is. So she's going to take...
I mean, other true.
Yeah. She takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage. She falls to the ground and goes thunk.
Oh, yeah. Question: is she behind the trunk now from where Hayes has stood, or is she still in the
She's
open?
partially behind, so she's going to get half cover, but she's still targetable.
At disadvantage at range.
Yeah, and disadvantage from being prone. Aegis, over to you.
All
One of
right,
them's hit the
Aegis.
ground. 2 of them have hit the ground. It's time.
Well, Aegis having seen all this happen, but particularly Vintage getting grievously wounded, will use his entire movement and a dash to get here, which he can just about do, and then we'll expend a superiority dice to bait and switch with Vintage.
Okay, I like that. Oh, that's lovely. So you swap places with Vintage.
And I need to roll a superiority dice to see how much extra AC. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's a 1.
So I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from Aegis.
Oh, yeah.
But Vintage is no longer restrained.
Hey.
Take any fire damage.
Aegis probably will take some fire damage right now.
That's a 20 on the dex save.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Hey.
Nicely done.
Amazing.
Yeah, you take 8 points of fire damage.
8!
Yeah, I rolled max damage on that.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but you saved Vintage. That could have happened to Vintage. So great work. The shield of Airedale crashing in again to save everyone. Very good work. We go to guards 1 and 2 who are having a bad time. Guard 2 is going to take 2d4 of fire damage and is bloodied. And has to make a save because they started off in the web. And they are in webbed. So guard 2, the one that isn't restrained, can we thank you. And the other one is pre-restrained, is not going to take any fire damage, is going to try and break out. Using a strength check. They're not actually that good at that, so we'll see. Natural 20 though, so they are indeed out. So that one's not restrained. If we can take the restrained off the bottom one, they're going to use their movement to simply leave. To hit the bricks.
Forward 1 and attack him. Oh my god.
That's where the webs are. They're not having any of that nonsense. The webs are on fire, right? They're not doing that. So okay, that's 1 and 2. We go over to our wizard apprentice, who's had a little pep talk from dad. Is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, standing out in the middle of nowhere, and is going to try and fire an arcane bolt at Trina. Let's see if it happens. Ooh, It might hit. It just hits. So the sputtering of arcane magic flies out and smacks Trina in the side of the head, dealing, wow, actually not bad damage. 10 points of force damage.
Well, yep. Hayes looks at the wizard and says, "Good effort, kid."
He blushes and smiles a little. Imp.
Hello. Sorry, I was doing a thing. Which I apparently cannot delete. Finally. I would like to, thank you, move 5, 10. Does that put me just about within 60-foot range of Trina?
Yeah, I think so.
5, 10,
then I would
15,
like to...
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Certainly, yes. I think you're actually within 55, not...
Hey!
Yeah, so you're good.
Okay, perfect. I would like to recast web, which means I am going to end up dropping concentration on the one in the tree, which leads me to another question. Is the tree itself on fire at this point?
No. So webbing is really, really flammable.
Yeah.
Living trees, there's so much wetness, they're not going to burn.
I expected as much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the webbing is gone.
Oh, no, you deleted it. I was recasting it.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Yeah.
And
And what I would like to position it so that we have this. How many is that? Right. It should be covering 4 squares. There we go.
Oh, so vintage would have been fine. I didn't need to swap.
Unfortunately, Imp couldn't actually see much of what was going on. Otherwise, I would have just dropped it freely. But yeah. Yeah, those squares-ish.
Okay.
3, 4. And then I'm going to move back behind cover.
So I will roll a save for... No, I won't. That happens...
On
Trina's turn. I'm remembering. I'm learning. Okay. Merchant's still battening down and is going,
How's it going out there? I say.
to you, Imp.
Are we winning?
Your son's useless.
Oh, well, be kind to the lad. He doesn't deal well with pressure, but he's a good lad. He knows his magic.
Uh-huh.
Have faith, he'll see you through.
And we go to a 1-in. A 1-in. You've taken a lot of damage. Vintage is near death. How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, great. Hey. Sorry. Lenon's going to join Hayes over behind the cart.
Okay, so you take cover over there. You'll have 3/4 cover behind the cart, which is +5 to your AC.
Excellent. And take another shot at Connor with but before doing so, you leave that dog alone and activates favored foe.
Favored foe. Okay, you will have disadvantage on the attack against Kana because she's lying down on the ground. She's hit the deck. Not on purpose. Someone made her hit the deck, but it will be disadvantage on the range attack. But you never know. I mean, you might still hit. It's worth a go.
I mean, it's a 7.
You won't.
So not so much.
That's unfortunate. I think favored foe activates when you actually hit, so you haven't used that. So you haven't wasted it. So no loss. Vintage is still alive, and there's 2 ground targets now.
They're on. First thing Vintage is going to do is pant.
Okay. Roll how much healing Vintage gets. Vintage is using second wind for anyone curious.
Yeah. Which is 11 points of health.
Nice. That's good. That undoes most of the attack. Like that's good hit.
It does, yes. Okay. Yeah. Vintage is gonna jump in and do a big old bite.
All right. Okay.
20 plus 3. Do you get advantage to prone?
Yes, you do. You get advantage because Kana is on the ground. Perfect time for Vintage to dive in and go for the neck.
Yes. 14 and then 21.
Oh, 21 will hit, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Roll me some damage.
Does d6 plus 1, which is 7.
7 points of damage is very good. All right.
Good jump.
Yeah. We go to Trina, who's going to make a dexterity saving throw. That is a 17.
That passes.
So she hops out of there, 10, 15, climbs up this tree, and gets to the end, and is going to... So Imp's got 3/4 cover. So of Haze and a 1 in. Aegis don't. So Aegis has got no cover, so Aegis is gonna get shotted.
All right.
Because you're the closest to Kana. Aegis and Vintage, so 1 shot each, I think.
Right.
So first one against Aegis. That is a... She's going to use Archer's Eye. Hang on a sec. It's a little bit more than the number I've rolled. Okay, that's better. How does that add up? 19 to hit.
So with my 1 from the superiority die, I get a 19 AC, so that hits.
Oh, okay. So that is going to deal 9 points of piercing damage. And the second one coming in for Vintage.
Does Vintage still also have that 1, or does it go on their turn?
What do you mean?
From my
get the AC. You choose who gets the AC, but it is only one of you.
Oh, it was both of us.
What does it say on your ability?
Me or my ally. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought it was both of us. Okay, so it's just me then.
Okay, so against Vintage. That is a 23 to hit.
Oh, wouldn't matter.
Yeah, that's not fair. It's a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That is 12 points of piercing damage.
Is Vintage not behind the tree from her, though? Like,
Even with +2 to AC, that's not gonna...
No.
23 to hit is still gonna hit.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So that's 8 points of piercing to Vintage. No, was it 8? No, I rolled an 8. It was 12 points of piercing to Vintage.
Yep. Vintage has 1.
Actually, Trina is going to... She went... so she can use her jump. She's going to launch herself into that tree. Okay, over to Haze.
Okay. So, I think he's getting quite irritated with both of them now.
Mm-hmm.
So, she's going to go back to what she was planning before. She's going to hold out her left arm. Off it comes a sort of a screen for, which is basically just like a sort of a translucent area created by a sort of like minor illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sort of and as she looks for everyone, she can see through it. Just sort of has a little targeting reticle, which looks like the basically it's like a crossbow targeting reticle, so it's just like a square with a notch on it. She taps the wands over Trina and Kana, which causes them to turn green. She glares at them both for a moment and snaps her fingers, which I can't actually do. And with that, there's a whir from sort of like a power pack on her back of her armor, and 3 bolts of energy burst out. I'm gonna say 2 of them strike. Two of them strike Trina, and the other one strikes Kana.
Okay. They're automatic hits because this is magic missiles, so roll your damage.
Yep. Was it 1d4 plus 1 each? Okay, so for Trina, that is 7 points of force damage.
7 points of force damage for Trina. That's good.
And for Kana, that is 3 points.
Okay. Very
and
good.
She just sort of she just shouts out in Sylvan. I don't know if you've heard about what happened in Bleakwash, but you don't know what you've walked into.
You get a reply in 7. Bleak what? Okay. 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are up here with the wizard, and they're giving wizard cover now because they're a little worried he's gonna just die immediately. We go to Kana's go. Kana is going to get up using half movement. And then it's going to, I think, just take the attack. Yeah, it's going to dash to get extra movement, but it's going to take the attack opportunity from Vintage. Oh, look, there was a fire left there. So, Vintage, if you would like to attack of opportunity, go for it. Snarling.
Does Vintage have that?
Yep. That's the thing everyone gets.
Oh, okay. So I do just a regular attack.
Yeah, a regular attack.
That is a 9.
That is a 9. That is not going to hit, I'm afraid. So
It is not.
15 feet already used. So that's 20 feet to get there. We've got a total of 40 more to go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Taking cover behind there. Okay. Over to you, Aegis.
Interesting. Damn these short legs. Stupid lack of speed. Okay. Aegis will move here and
before Ben commits to something, can Imp see him approaching the web?
I'm not going to go into the web.
No, with them retreating and Aegis approaching, if I can see it happening, I'll drop concentration because you can just do that whenever.
Yep, you can do that whenever.
Yeah, can I see it though?
You've got an entire cart between the two of you.
So no, okay. It stays
probably
up.
not,
It's fine.
but
It's
yeah.
fine. I just wanted to know if I could give him the option, but no.
I mean,
that's fine.
if Aegis wants that, Aegis can just shout. Like, you can communicate during fights, so you can just shout, "Get rid of this web!" or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Aegis is just going to stand by Vintage. Actually, Vintage is going to go before Trina goes next. Okay. Right, I'll do bait and switch again and just swap bases with Vintage.
Okay.
D8 out. Can't do more than 1 this time. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Another one? Oh.
I think you need a new dice.
Yeah. D8 of this new set is not nice. And I will also use Second Wind to heal myself. So the D10 is better. It is. That is 10 health back.
Okay, nice. We go to 1 and 2, who are going to dash in. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 to there. But because they've dashed, of course, they can't attack yet. The wizard is once again going to attempt the arcane burst because they've got a damaging spell, but the range is much, much shorter.
Let's go, wizard.
So the wizard is, going to attempt it. This one is going to be, who can the wizard see? The wizard can see Kana just about. Is going to sort of move to there so they can see Kana better. And is going to strike with the arcane burst, or a crackling coming from the fingers. Will it hit? No. It goes poof. He looks at his fingers again like, starts getting angry, goes into a rage, is a barbarian now. No, none of that. Imp, over to you.
Okay. Move myself out. 5, 10, 50. 25, 30.
If it helps with planning, Kana is on the ground, Trina is up on a tree. As the
Wait,
name
you're
would
telling us-
suggest.
Yeah.
In a tree.
Normative determinism strikes again.
Okay. Got eyes on things now, so if I see anybody approaching the web, I can just dismiss it whenever. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot Kana. I was hoping they would have responded to my allies' attempts to be communicative, and then I could have worked out some kind of a deal later. But nope. So I'm just gonna crossbow bolt the one that looks weaker.
Okay, I'm going to say Kana's likely got half cover from the double trees between, but only half.
Yep, I can't really get much closer than what I am, so. Woo! Oh, natural 18 is 20.
Ooh, that hits. Yeah, very nice. Roll damage.
I believe it's a D8. And there's 5. Roll. Plus my dex, so 7.
7 points. Still good. Yeah, I mean, crossbow bolt goes stunk into Kana's thigh. Trina looks around and says, "Stay with me, hon. Stay with me."
I will bonus action, because I've just remembered I have this spell, and it's like one part of what rogues can do, and I'm basically a rogue. Cast, it does drop my concentration. Expeditious retreat.
Expeditious retreat. Okay,
which will allow me to dash as a bonus action. So I'm going to move up this way. 5, 15, 20, and keep here for the cover.
Okay. We go to the merchant. The merchant crawls over to the wizard and goes,
Are you winning, son?
There it
Wizard
is.
says,
No, Dad.
over to a 1-in.
Hayes' golf clapping right now.
The one I'm gonna aim for. Trina's easier to see. So.
Yeah, from there, Trina's going to be easier because she's up a tree.
Yeah. I mean, no. I mean, yeah. 13. I'm gonna may as well use inspirations.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was worse.
Oh, that's bad luck. just happens sometimes. I mean, you still got vintage.
Yeah, vintage has 1 hit point.
That
Stay
is
close,
scary.
vintage. Stay
That is
close.
scary.
Yeah, so I'm torn between runaway vintage and stay close to Aegis for protection vintage.
Aegis
will
pants
pack
and
vintage.
licks Aegis' hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, vintage is looking exhausted.
Yeah.
It's done a lot and taken.
Can vintage hold a movement and move with Aegis when Aegis moves?
Only if you do absolutely nothing on your turn. Vintage can do that. As in, only if vintage does nothing.
So if vintage just stays where they are, then they can just move with me wherever I
Yeah.
go.
So you can hold your action, and your action can be move. That is one of the things you can do with a readied action. Okay, we go to Trina. Trina's up in a tree, so I'm going to say not currently at risk of an attack of opportunity from number 2. It's going to use the tree jump to launch herself over to here. 5, 10, 15, 20, and up this tree. And is now going to shoot. Who's done the most damage to Kana? It's still a 1-in, I think. It's close.
Yep,
But I think it's still a 1-in. Like, a 1-in's done 21 points in 1 hit.
I only hit once, yeah.
But it was a heavy hit. And Kana did tell her to strike the turtle. So she's going to go for a 1-in. With the longbow, let's see.
Does the 1 inch have half cover from me?
I will say if a 1-in has half cover from you on a miss, it can hit you. How does that sound?
Yeah, I take those.
You take those. Well, it's a miss, so it is going to hit you.
What did it roll? Out of curiosity?
I rolled a 2.
Oh,
Lol.
So thunk. It is going to. No, I tell you what I'll do is I'll do a fresh roll because it's you know, it's not fair to auto hit, right? So I'll do a fresh roll targeting you and we'll see what happens. That actually probably is going to hit. That's an unnatural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
And I don't have a spell slot because I used it.
Oh yeah. She's going to spend her last Archer's Eye. And oops, helps very roll the right size D.
I might go down.
That is 10 points of piercing damage to him.
I would like to take back what I said. Don't take them.
No take backs, I'm afraid. I will
not
give you
taking them.
inspiration for your bravery, though,
Hey!
as I heartily approve of that, and I'm sure Aegis would as well if Aegis could see it. I don't know, maybe Aegis can see it, but no, probably not from that
Too busy
direction with the
petting the
car.
dog.
Yeah, too busy petting the dog. Are you still up?
I am still up.
You're still up. Can I get a concentration save, please?
Yes, for expeditious. Natural 1.
Still up. All good. All right. We go to Hayes.
Okay, so
Hey, can you do something about this grease?
I forgot the grease is still up.
I thought the grease was in the tree.
It kind of is, yeah. No, it's up in the tree. It's not a large radius. We'll get rid of it functionally at the moment because I don't think
Yeah,
anyone's
God.
about to climb this tree and fall out
Yeah.
immediately. I think that's
I will
fine. The
say-
tree's high enough. That,
I will say it's uncomfortably dripping over Aegis, though.
oh yeah, you just it's like is it like motor oil or is it like olive oil?
It's sort of like, imagine if some sort of horrible fey creature in maybe some sort of floating house was poised above someone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit alien to the environment, you might say.
Ah. Can't believe Hayes died like that.
Okay, so question: how high is this rocky wall?
I'd say that's a 5-footer, not particularly high.
Okay, so just would it just take like 10 foot of movement to get over?
Yeah, it's going to be a climb to scramble up, but yeah, 10 foot to get over. Everyone who went around the long way wondering why they didn't think to ask that earlier.
I'm gonna run 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and then I'm going to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, take cover behind the tree, and I'm going to basically Hayes just sort of reaches back to a sort of a compartment and it just sort of I think she's just being extra, but it just sort of bursts straight open so she can pull a sword out.
Nice.
A normal scabbard would have probably worked just fine.
Yeah, but you got to be extra, you know, when you're an armorer. 5 and 6 are going to get into position again to protect the wizard. Actually, they're going to protect the merchant more so. And we go to Kana. Kana's going to draw a short sword because Kana's a ranger. They can do that. They can do that just as well. This has always been an option. Kana's going to do one attack against Hayes and one attack against guard number 1. We'll do guard number 1 first. That is a natural 20 against guard number 1. Guard number 1 is guaranteed dead. I can tell you that right now.
Oh no.
Second one against Hayes. Let's see what it is. Ooh, that's not as good. She's going to use, because she hasn't had a chance to use this that much, the Archer's Eye, which does work on non-range attacks.
Poorly then.
Oh no, it doesn't. Never mind. Ignore me. You see, we almost had a Hayes was robbed moment.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like For a second, I thought it was like how steady aim can be used on a melee weapon.
Actually, it was 13 to hit, just in case your AC is lower than that.
Nope, 14. Sorry.
Oh, it was close as well. The archer's eye would have pushed it over, absolutely.
Yeah, but sort of blinks off her armor.
And then I think is she going to run? Yeah, she's going to run away from you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She can't quite do the tree jump. So you can take an attack of opportunity, of course.
Yes, please. That's a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
She is bloody lucky I didn't get on that on my lightning launcher, but let me just double check what I've got melee wise. Okay, so this is just a humble short sword.
Mm.
Okay, so that's going to be 2d6. So basically as if I did hit her with my lightning launcher. That's 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing. All right. She's not looking good, and she sort of stumbles as she runs. As she tries to get close to her love. Aegis, over to you.
All right. Maybe I will send Vintage off in the other direction so that they are no longer in danger with their 1 hit point rather than taking them with me. And I will dash to Haze. So Vintage, I'd advise go the other direction. Shall I just move them?
Yeah. They don't get the benefit of a dash, but they get normal movement speed, which is 40 feet.
40 feet?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think that's me.
Okay.
Are you doing okay, Hayes?
0 feet.
Guard number 2 is looking fucking great. Guard number 2 is running in and is going to actually hit someone. It's finally time. Guard number 2 is going to hit with a club.
I'm
Guard
waiting
number 2
for
is
a natural one.
Yeah, it's not a natural one. It's a free, but it's a miss. I have the worst rolls, I swear to God. I don't know how this happens all the time. Okay, Wizard Boy. Wizard Boy, who can you see? Wizard Boy can see Trina, can't see Kana at the moment. So it's going to be a strike against Trina. Is that within range?
Oh, Wizard Boy, what is the secret of your powers?
50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Yes, it's in range. Probably didn't need to check, actually. The range is 120 feet. Wizard Boy, you whiffed it. That's a 13, which does not hit. Okay, over to Imp. Imp, you've got Trina in a tree, Kana on the ground.
I do. And Kana's not looking the healthiest. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. As I'm running, I sling the crossbow back behind me where it normally rests. Pull out me daggers. Bonus action. No, bonus action dash, so I can't. Just dagger.
Okay.
Stab. First one is just gonna stab.
You don't get a second stab, do you?
I do not know. My one and only stab gets a stab because I use my bonus action.
Yep. Okay.
And I wish I could have Hexblade Cursed because that natural 19 would have been
it would have
a crit.
I mean, it hits anyway, so
Yes.
do some damage at least.
A D4.
Wait, did you roll with advantage?
I did not, so I'll roll the D20 just in case.
Because you got a flank
Natural
from the
18.
guard.
So no. That's 8 piercing.
8 piercing damage. Okay. She's so nearly dead.
And I would like to shout out to Trina if I can. You're gonna die if you don't surrender.
She's gonna die if I don't stop you. The merchant looks through and goes,
Look, son, I know you're finding it very difficult. What with the pressure and all that, and I know times have been rough since your mum passed, and it's hard going on these caravans alone, but I want you to know I love you no matter what you do, you know, even if the spells don't go off right, you know. I'm very proud of you, son. I'm very proud of you.
And the wizard blushes because this is kind of embarrassing now. One over to you.
Not in front of the guards.
Yeah, the guards were literally 5 feet away at this point.
What if we get to there? That is an option. Hang on. Let me check a thing. Yeah, Owen's gonna move over here and throw a net at Trina.
Okay. You throw the net. Now, net throwing, if I recall, is almost always at disadvantage because of how nets work. Nets are weird like that.
How strange.
It
Let me just double check that.
Say that on my thing. Let me check.
That's right. It's a thrown weapon, but its short range is 5 feet. But because you're making
Which
a
is how
ranged
far
attack
away I am.
within 5 feet, it's a disadvantage. So that's why nets are always a disadvantage. It's so weird. It's weird that they don't just say it on the net, because that would that would make it a lot easier to tell that that's a thing. But it's just this weird rules interaction.
15 feet at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Like,
So you need to make they are not finesse. So you need to make a roll using your strength to throw it. So it's going to be your strength modifier and then proficiency, because you are proficient with nets.
I am. So proficiency is
Yeah, your proficiency is +2 right now.
It is. Wondering why more purple, more better is insisting it's +6, but it seems wrong.
Your strength is not
It
that
should be-
high. They're definitely
should be-
not finesse weapons,
should be plus-
unfortunately.
3. Anyway, that's fine. 3. I got a 15 and a 16, so it's a 50.
15 and a 16. Not bad, actually. 15 won't hit, though. The AC is 16, I'm afraid.
Dang.
Throwing the net, and it just misses. That is so close. That is so close. Do you have inspiration?
No, I already used it.
Ah, it's a shame. That is a shame. No luck this time. No luck this time. But you know, you've gotten close to Trina. That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Vintage
Yeah,
doing
that'll
anything,
be
or just
fine.
staying out of the fight at the moment?
Vintage is going to go to the ox. The oxen. Behind-
Okay.
Back here.
Trina shouts, "Kana, get behind me!" And takes a step back from a 1-in. Technically is up a tree, so but we'll count that as an attack opportunity. It would be with a melee weapon or disadvantage with a ranged weapon, because this happens at
Your opportunity
weapon.
attack with the net.
the net is currently on the ground, 5 feet away. So not yet, but if you pick it up
I have
again,
a second net.
if you have a second net, you can try. You can do that. It's disadvantage, but you can definitely do
have a
it.
second net? I do technically have a second net.
It's one of your weapons, so you can definitely attack of opportunity with it.
But I might go for a dagger instead.
Okay, dagger's great. Yeah, because you can use your dex on a dagger.
I can. Which would get me a 13, so
Ah, doesn't hit, I'm
quite.
afraid. So she steps back and now takes aim at Imp.
Well,
Because you're right there trying to kill her partner. That is an 18 to hit.
I am so going down.
You're lucky she's used all of her archer's eyes, because otherwise she would definitely be adding a d10 to this.
I mean, that wouldn't kill me outright anyway. I'd still only go down. So
Yeah, that is 10 points of piercing damage.
yeah, I'm down.
Okay, Imp hits the dirt. Second attack is going to be against a 1-in. That is a 25 to hit.
yeah, that does hit.
And that is 11 points of piercing damage.
I
you
am
still
still
up?
alive.
Hey!
Yeah.
Excellent.
Not doing much better than vintage though.
Okay, not good, but not bad. Ivy, you're still up. Hayes, over to you. Imps just hit the dirt.
Okay. Yes, I can just make it here. I think what she's going to do is she's going to try and go for a knockout blow against Kana.
Okay, trying to knock Kana out. That's a sound plan. I like that.
I mean, she's not exactly been shy about shouting threats constantly, so she needs to back it up.
Absolutely.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 is exactly what you need. Roll damage.
Yes. On the wrong dice there. Nearly, I read the dagger damage instead and tried to roll a d4. Ooh. Rolled a 6 there, so that is 8 points of piercing.
Okay, Kana hits the dirt.
Oh, and that was I'm going to go for a non-lethal.
Yeah, you
Take down
mentioned
there.
beforehand as well. But yeah, Kana hits the dirt unconscious. Trina sees you take mercy there, though, and takes that on board. Isn't going to say anything, is just kind of quietly processing it, but definitely takes that on board.
Yep, she's just going to look up at Trina and glare because she's said her piece already, so she's not really going to add anything.
Yeah. 5 and 6 are happy to continue the guarding effort of the wizard and merchant. Kana's unconscious, doesn't take any death saves because unconscious. Aegis, over with you.
All right. So Aegis is going to dash over, I think, to here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll throw his hand axe as an action surge.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
Okay, come on. Okay, I am going to use my inspiration to re-roll the 9 that I just got.
Okay.
And that is a 19 on the dice.
Okay, so she draws a sword and parries it. I'm kidding. You're fine.
No. Nick, I will come through this internet.
No, that hits. Absolutely roll
All right.
damage.
And I am going to use a superiority dice to make this a menacing attack.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Oh, that's
so,
good. That's good.
That adds superiority dice to the damage, and then you have to make a wisdom save or be frightened. So,
Okay. Good
damage.
thing rangers aren't good at wisdom saving throws.
The damage is 1d6 plus 2. That is 6 damage plus the d8 plus 4, so 10 damage. And then a wisdom save against DC 12.
DC 12. Okay, let me just do some adding up. Okay. The axe cuts into Trina's arm, slices it, and she looks over at you, and you are giving this most menacing stare while right next to the love of her life, who is unconscious and, you know, bleeding, not bleeding out, but like severely injured still. She throws her bow on the ground.
This ends now.
Fine. Leave Kana alone. Just leave her alone, please.
Hey. Are we out of initiative now?
Yeah, we're now out of initiative.
Yep, I'd like to try and stabilize him then.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, what do I have for medicine?
Make me a death saving throw.
Well,
Because it would be your go before.
it would. 15.
So there would be one. That's a success. Okay. Yeah, make me medicine check.
I've only got a +1. Imp's in
That's
danger.
fine.
It's not a really high DC.
No, it's like 10, I think.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Hey, maybe the green dice will be luckier.
They never were for me.
Oh, yeah. In fact, no, I'm going to use my black rogue
Double
dice.
inspiration. Oh, I see. Yeah, good idea. Get the expertise in medicine.
I'm going to channel ground it. No, that's a bad idea.
Yeet. Bye, imp.
Okay, that's 17.
17's a success, and imp, you are
Hey.
stabilized. You will not come to for
An hour,
2
I
hours.
believe. 2 hours.
It's D4
Yeah.
that you roll. I mean, it might be D4 plus 1 actually, so it's 3 hours. But that's not necessarily a problem. I'm going to count that as costing. I'm going to say 3 tokens. I think 1 token per hour honestly makes sense when a normal pace is 9 tokens, because 9 hours of travel is about what you'd want to be doing in a day. So I'm going to say that costs 1 token.
Question: Would
3
that actually
tokens.
Would that actually cost time? Because Imp can literally just ride in the caravan while they come to.
Yes, I'm going to say it does, because people have to swap over to rest, and if Imp is taking up all that space, they can't, so it is going to slow them down. I'm going to go back to the main scene so that we can update that tally before we end, because we are at the end of the day. At the end of the actual, like, real life day. So we're actually now at -3 on this. So, oh, you're about to rest overnight. It's fine then. Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah?
there's no penalty. You're about to rest
Yeah.
overnight.
Question:
Yeah,
So what happens with Kana and tree thingy?
exactly. Well, what do you want to do?
I want to take all of their possessions.
All of them.
All of them.
I think Hayes is probably going to ask, how long have you been doing this?
How old are you?
That's a very personal question.
It is, isn't it?
For the sake of argument, let's argue I'm in my 3rd decade on this earth. I mean, this Aetos.
5 of your lifetimes then.
You ever considered changing career?
Usually it's fun. Usually. When we win, it's fun. She's eyeing
What do you do?
Aegis all this time, by the way. Like,
What do you
get her
do when
own.
you win? Just go back to a tree? Spend the night in the rain?
Make a shelter somewhere. We're wood elves. We're good in the wood. Find maybe a tavern. Buy some wine.
They're lesbians. I wouldn't have thought they'd be much for the wood.
God damn it.
God damn
I
it.
mean, depends on the lesbian.
We're good in the trees, okay?
Okay. Well, if you ever consider a settlement, we're looking for experts in Airedale.
No, settling down, that's not... We can't stay in one place. It's boring.
Yeah, I get that. Name's Hayes, by the way. My friends will call me Hayes. Leather's fine otherwise.
I don't care.
Suit yourself. And then I'm just going to let everyone else decide whether or not to keep their stuff. Oh wait, do they have any magic items on them?
Ooh, that's a good question. You can spend 10 minutes casting Detect Magic to find out if you want.
Yes, Yep, I'm just going to stand there glaring at them with my visor.
Yep, absolutely. So you start scanning. No magic items on them.
Yep.
You get the
Yep,
feeling
I'll let-
anytime they find anything with magic, they sell it as quickly as they can. Spend it on more wine and just have a great evening.
If you and your friend want to leave here alive, you will drop all of your weapons and items as recompense for the killing of our guards and the downing of our friends, and you will never see us again.
And for hurting the dog.
Roll me intimidation, please. Aegis with advantage.
Oh my god, I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Oh. Looks and goes. No, you don't. No, I asked you to roll mainly because you've got the frightened condition and that would give you advantage. But now I think about it, there really is nothing else they can do. Like, what choice do they have at this stage?
Yeah, he's not bluffing.
Yeah, like, I think she's gonna spit at you. She spits at you. This is
You attacked
Well,
us.
shave water to just flick that away.
fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fine. Fine, just let us go.
Good.
Oh, by the way, if you ever want to find out what happened at Bleakwash, feel free.
I don't know what that is.
Hazel at Bleakwash.
Wasn't she?
Oh.
Yeah, I think at this point Hayes realizes. No, wait, she's speaking Sylvan. You haven't got a clue.
A one
How
in
about a
does.
Onen does? But Hayes doesn't know a Onen speaks Sylvan yet.
There we go then. Nope, Hayes doesn't stop and realise what she said at all then.
Also, Hayes might not realise that a one-in was also at Bleakwash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a town to the north. I wouldn't get too close to it though. And she just turns away looking very smug.
She turns to Imp and Aegis.
Imp is unconscious, by the way.
Oh, she turns to Aegis and one and just says, I really don't care about that place, and I don't know why she's so insistent that I do care about it. It doesn't
I
sound
don't
like
know
a
what
forest.
you're talking about, but just get out of here.
Fine. And she goes. And dragging, like probably lifting Kana over her shoulder and leaving like that.
Fireman's carry.
Yeah, fireman's lift. Let me get you some treasure. Oops, accidentally had it set to hoard. You have not found a dragon hoard.
What?
Okay, you get.
Were they secretly dragons? Is that what happened there?
They were not secretly dragons. That happens a lot with me, but they were not secretly dragons. You gain 1,200 copper pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sanely say this is some gems worth 12 gold pieces. It's just 12 gold pieces. 12 gold pieces and 40 electrum pieces.
Oh gosh. What was the total?
That'd be 32
You'd have-
gold pieces in total.
You'd thought they'd avoid the copper.
Hey.
And yeah, overnight the
H.
merchant and the other guards dig graves for the two dead guards and bury them. The wizard says some words in it would likely be in Ignan. Oran, more likely actually. Oran says a few words in Oran, which is the closest he can do to anything celestial. He doesn't know anything celestial. He's not a priest, but he's doing his best. And yeah, you all bed down for the night.
What about weapons and armor and stuff that we took from them?
Yeah, I mean, you can have them. They have a short sword each and a longbow each.
We could give them to the merchant as
Arrows?
Yeah, right.
Yep, there's some arrows. They have
Nope, they definitely weren't Aero.
10 each. God damn it. They have 10 arrows each if you want to add those on.
I'll take 5 and give the
When-
rest to the
When
merchant.
Imp wakes up, Imp would absolutely want a longbow and arrows. But whether or not they'd get them is another question.
They probably can. I will take 5 arrows.
Yeah, I mean, the merchant's got less guards to arm now, so
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, most harmless.
And because this is a short rest, you can spend hit dice. You would
think
not
it
be
had
able
to
to on a long rest. But
I have noticed that I've only got 2 hit dice marked off as used, which might be because I forgot that on level up I get a 3rd one, so I can spend 1.
yep.
Yeah. Does Vintage have hit dice to spend?
Vintage does have hit dice, yeah. It's Vintage has 3 of them as well, 3 d8.
Good.
So you can, you can spend those as normal. And the rest of you can as well, of course. Spend any short rest resource you would like.
9.
Can I roll them one at a time?
Yeah, you can roll them one at a time and then decide if you want to spend more. That is raw allowed. But yes, we're going to finish there. So thank you all for playing. This was good fun. You made better progress this time. You did 3 of them, I think. This time, yeah, you did 3 of them. That's
We did.
triple the progress of last time. Only
And 2
1,
combats.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 to go.
To be fair,
gonna
if
be a
the
while.
group hadn't have prevented my shenanigans from being successful, that first one would have been faster. We could have got another day in.
Made me laugh when everyone started joining in to try and find him.
Yeah.
I mean, they were accusing us, so we had to prove our innocence.
I
And
loved
also,
that.
Imp
I
didn't
loved
tell us
that.
what they were going to do either, so...
Well, the
That's
plan
true.
wasn't initially to steal from them. It was just like, oh, this is like right here out in the open, basically.